Hello and welcome. The Blues have arrived. They're the real deal. Welcome to the fan cams. After the Blues beat up on the Cats, 12 goals, 21 goals, 12, 138 to 11 goals, 975. It happened. It was the performance. It was the one that we'd all been waiting for. Statement game, all of that. Comprehensive, professional, and that's it. You feel like that's a very important win along the way. And here we go. We're about to bask in it all. Great to have you all here. Special thanks to our sponsor for the fan cams, Mr. Ugur Koken. The Kool-Aid's absolutely coming out tonight. I want to get your thoughts. The fan cams will go until every single last word is spoken. And that's the way it's going to be. I don't care what time we finish. And let's enjoy it. If you'd like to join the fan cams, I'm going to put the link in the chat shortly. Please feel free. Would love to see all of you, old faces, new faces. Yeah, I've got some throat awareness. I've been screaming my lungs out. It was good. Let's begin.
There's been a lot of times I've come on here and I might have shot my shot a bit early, got a bit excited. False dawns, false prophets, things like that. But fuck me. Like, come on. I said it with you today. Sick of hearing this shit. Like, how do we stop Cameron? How do we stop this guy? We're the real deal, bro. I've just seen Chris Scott have an emotional breakdown. You know what I mean? Going, we got smacked around the ball. You bet your ass you did. You went in there with blitzers, fucking thinking you could come up against, we're proper team. And playing Friday now, this is huge when you've got it, because you've got to lay down the marker. Sydney, they're the talk of the town. They've got to look at that. Go, fucking hell. They were never threatened. We were threatened. They weren't. We've got to go now and just keep building. But fuck me, that everyone always says, oh, we don't have the killer instinct. Oh, I've never watched a game of football other than Carlton. There's peaks and troughs. They rode that peaks and trough. And you know what? That fourth quarter, we learned something huge from round 7. We're experienced. We're mature. And we just Geelong. Fuck me. Yeah. Terry, we're holding it, bro. It's tangible. It's fucking tangible. You can sniff it. You can touch it. You can lick it.
It's real. It's so real. Man, I took a moment after the siren. I just looked around. It was significant. And it's because I respect Geelong. And I don't remember a time where it's happened like that against the Cats. I just looked around. I'm like, oh my God, like this is the beginning of it. Like, you know, the run. We're about to go on the run. I hope. I think. No, I know. This is them.
Terry, none of this fucking hypothetical. I think. What if? Embrace the moment. Tell you what. Everyone's so happy to live in darkness. Live in darkness. Yeah. What if? Maybe. Could have been. Should have been. Would have been. Would have been. This is it. Fucking embrace it, man. Embrace it. Embrace it. These boys, fuck me, the bottom 8 players of this team look superstars tonight. They made, we called it in the preview, don't tag Cameron. Cameron can have 6. How else are they going to beat us? And you know what? Pom Cotter, man. We said it a couple of weeks ago. He might be able to tag. There'll be a point where he works out how he can impact the game. Tom Stewart, fuck me. You know what I mean? What? Tom Stewart, the farmer's apprentice, running around looking like a shit dog Tanyan. Chin Cotter towered him. They had to move all Australian Tom fucking Stewart forward. He was treated like he was Cam Paulson. You know what I mean? We'll move you here. We'll move you there. Get you here. And you know what? He's 2 goals. The guy seriously needs to learn to smile and celebrate something. But Jesus, man, this is There's Cherry to come back in this team. Wow. All I can say is wow. Not often do I look at a game and I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked at what I've seen. But that surpassed me. That surpassed my expectations because that was a clinical destruction that we haven't seen since North Melbourne.
Yeah. And it's got weight because of the opponent.
Mate, Geelong always outsmart us. Always. They've got that wily experience. And that wily experience now is matched by experience. These boys are experienced. They might be young and they might be inexperienced in games, but these guys are worldwide, man. Ollie Holland's 4 smothers today. Do you know what I mean? At last gasp moments. And you know what turned me on? The last 10 minutes. The Blues taking the piss. The game was over. They could have sat back and said, you know what, fuck it, who cares? But they were still chasing. They were still tackling. That great moment, Fogarty clung on for dear life on Gear and Mears and Sard straight up to him, ruffling his head. We've got something that Collingwood had last year that I've said that Sydney have in abundance. Their dick gets hard for doing the 1%ers. They enjoy the battle. If you're going to win stuff, look at Roger Federer. He chases down every point, even if he's 5-love up, serving for the set. He still cherishes the moment. And these boys now, they've got it. They've got that. I fucking want to win this, and I don't want to fucking calm down, and I don't want to cower. Tell you what, man. Shout out 2018 because these boys now have become men in the furnace of bullshittery.
Yeah,
and the good times taste good.
Man, I got so emotional and reflective afterwards. Met up with a mate earlier before the game, talking about, coming to games in 2018, knowing we're going to get belted and just sort of sitting through. It's like one day, it'll be worth it. It's tonight. So many moments, so many symbolic moments. Ollie deciding to take the goal. Tom Hawkins, did he get injured? Was it a calf or something?
He landed awkwardly. It looked like a calf. It looked like a lower leg injury.
Bro, that was on the takeoff, and in the moment, immediately, I'm like, oh my god, it's the changeover. Like I just got real deep with it. It's us. This is it,
mate. There was something about tonight. The game plan, like last time we played them, there was a level of arrogance from the Blues, and you know what? Shout out to the Blues this week because there was warning signs. Me and Terry talked about it. There was warning signs of the old Carlton. Were they mind games or were they real? When Vossi said worry about Cameron, turned out there were mind games, which is good. But we have a brand now, and our brand is something that you can't compare to Sydney. Yeah. And the stoppage and clearance game is our one wood, and I find that offensive because it's naturally with what these team is. But everyone always says Carlton are one pace, Carlton are flat-footed. They have found a way to be aggressive, and seeing McGovern and Kemp stay out deep where Cameron would be and not worry about him floating in the back half. And he caught us out a few times. What was huge was the intercepts from there. Carlton scoring 50 points from back half intercepts is huge when they have the ball. Like, this is a team now that when you come and beat us, you've got to beat us, man. You've got to beat us. And I don't want to hear any more talk of, next week, how do you stop Dusty Martin? How does Dusty Martin fucking stop these boys? What's Presty going to do when Hewitt stomps all over him?
Yeah. What about
Charlie Curnow as well, man? 2 goals. Yeah. Crumming. Getting bored now. Bored of taking marks. I'll crumb him.
What about 19-year-old Lockie Cowan?
Shout out Sam McClure. I don't know who's watching this game and saying, fuck, Marchbank would be nice. Where? Run the drinks? You can't drop that back line, honestly. You know me, I froth a defender. There's not many backlines I've seen like this that turn me on. Probably West Coast 2018 was nice. That used to turn me on. Elements of Hawks back in the day. This backline can go one-on-one, but it can also hurt you when you're at your best. And that is something that you can't change. The synergy of that team you can't change. And it was a real solid performance. Everyone had their moments. And Moo Cow, you know what? Celebration. We probably had the best commentary moment. We had a Frisian cow reference at one point, which was good in that. But, mate, honestly, I could be prouder. Like, this time last year, I was apologising that I build you up and get you all excited, and the team ultimately lets you down. And it was sad. Like, now this is the team that we deserve. This is the team that we deserve. And you know what? They're playing for so much more than themselves, for flags, for fame. They're playing for something that most people will never have. And that is your name lives on when you go. That's the kind of shit they're playing now.
Yeah.
Your name will surpass you. Surpass you. That's something that, fuck me, mortals dream of. Immortality awaits. Who's next? Who are you feeding us next?
Who is next? Top 2. Wild. I don't even know what I am.
Can we give a shout out to Lidge as well? His inbound kicks. I haven't seen someone dance around in space since Chris Judd. Honestly, I get Chris Judd vibes when he gets the ball out the back half of the ground and his eyes are like, how do I take the piss? And he just darts that kick. And I'm like, yes, Lidge.
So many moments where they got the crowd going, like just quick handballs. They were so in sync with each other. Where do you start? Charlie's goal, the Owi's goal. I don't know what to say.
You know the big thing that's turning me on, and I hope chat see this, is I saw it a little bit in the comment section, third quarter, and I was like, boys, girls, watch football.
Yeah.
No one dominates for 4 quarters. Even Sydney, they're untouchable. They have a quarter where they can't sustain it. What you're seeing now is there is no fear in their eyes. Like that third quarter, I saw it when they got into our forward 50. We looked calm. It was almost like, okay, this is it. You're coming at us. This is the best you've got. You wait till we got. And then there was just a moment of inevitability in that fourth quarter. You saw the boys go, right, okay, here's our gear. Here's our gear. And how many times, if you're a Carlton fan, you're a real Carlton fan, be honest with yourself. 2017, 18, 2020, the COVID year when we nearly got into finals, the fourth quarter was our downfall. Every side had a gear that we didn't even know existed. And now we have that gear. And you know what? I genuinely think we had another gear that we didn't see tonight. I think if, heaven forbid, they had 3 more goals in them in that third, you could have seen a decimation.
Yeah. It was party time, mate. Fucking party tricks. You know, no, I'll save it for another one. I've got so many moments.
No, fucking give me it, Terry. Stop being a melt. Get involved.
I'll tell you. Nick Newman, when he sort of ruffled up Ollie Dempsey, happened right in front of me. I was sitting on level 2, and I saw it happen in front of me. I thought, statement. We're not here to be pushed around anymore. We're here to push you around now.
We're the bullies, bro. We've spent. You know what we are? We're the chubby kid, year 7. You know, with the puppy fat.
Yeah.
Going to school for 3 years till he's in year 10. Everyone has the whole pass. He never gets to eat at lunchtime. And then something happens over the summer holidays, year 10. He comes back, he's 6'4". He's grown fucking stubble. And you know what? Suddenly that dickhead puts his hands at the door and goes, whole pass. And he fucking tips him upside down and lands him on his head. And he goes, I'm the daddy now. We're the fucking daddies, bro. Who's next? Come on. Where are the Collingwood melts? Look, we won the flag last year. Oh, Nick Dykos sends his regards. We'll fucking send you regards September. September's ours. Come on. Fucking make some noise. These boys are real, Terry. We're fucking winning shit.
Yeah. We're going to move on because I'm speechless,
the only thing we've got fear now is ourselves, Terry.
Yes, that's right. No, there's no fear. It's time to step into it. It's time to own it, and it's time to enjoy it. We're on here on the other side. We're just enjoying it, mate. Living through it.
imagine being a player. Like, I'm so jealous. I reckon vibes in that dressing room. Fuck me. Bottle it.
Yeah.
But peace, love, and light, everyone. I love you all to pieces. Can't wait to do the review. Can't wait to do the ratings, bro.
See you on the ratings, bro. Ciao. All right. Let's move along. The Dolphins, $2 donation. Terry's about to start stockpiling Kool-Aid. Yeah. Where's Adrian Salerno? We need more Kool-Aid. I've got to have a chat to him. Damien, who's been a member for 10 months now. Lockie Cowan's goal. Gavin Whelan, a 33-month member of the channel. Enjoy success for a decade or two. Batten passed over. Steven Spiteri with $30.99. Says, our deconing is better than your deconing. Thank you very much, mate. Glenn Hawkins with an $80 donation. Firstly, thank you. Secondly, we are finally legit. Let's fucking go. Absolutely. The waiting room is full. I'm going to put the link in again, but stress less because we're going all the way through to the end of the night, however long it takes. Sandy with an $80 donation. Thank you very much. Joe Adamo, get in here, mate. Come here.
Again, so 2 weeks ago, I jumped on here and I said I wasn't happy because I was bored. I'm fucking so bored now, man. That is just boring. It's just boring. It's boring, fucking boring football because we're that fucking good, Terry. We are that fucking team.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Like,
We're them.
that is it now. It's over. Like, Vince Carter, it's over. Like, we're in the end game. This is fucking it, man. We're 12 weeks away from winning a fucking flag. That's where I'm at right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, you came here
Go.
round 2 last year. I remember it. You were up and about. You were throwing a scarf around. And when I saw you pop in the waiting room, I don't know why it just came to me, but is that the most comprehensive thing we've seen with this group?
Easily. Like,
right?
Easily. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't even get close. That was like, I mean, look, Geelong aren't all that crash hot. They are rubbish. So you look at both sides of the coin. They will not play finals. That football team will not play finals this year. They are fucking terrible. They're really, really bad. But mate, when you come up against a side that you know is weaker than you in every aspect of the game, and you put the foot on the throat, now you know you're that team. Like, we've come up against sides that we know that we're so much better than. Like, so many times, not just this year, but like in the past 2-3 years. And it's like, we should be putting teams away. We should be putting that team away. Tonight was that night. Tom DeConning stared his brother in the eye and laughed and said, no, mate, this isn't your domain. Like, this isn't your domain. You're in for a night. And he was. He took it by the scruff of its dick and just went, nah, I'm the ruckman here. Get back behind the ball, mate. Never, ever again will Sam DeConning attend a centre bounce in his life after tonight. It was just everywhere, comprehensive. Paddy Cripps. Mate, I know everyone's talking about Tom. I'll let everyone else talk about Tom. But, mate, our captain is the best leader in the league. Like, time and again, just goes again and goes again and goes again. Like, that was, if Tom didn't do what he did tonight, that is one of Cripper's better performances that you'll ever see. Ever. Just gritty. Yeah. Gritty all night.
It's the new version of him, isn't it? He just, everyone around him gets better because of him.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
this God. We waited so fucking long. It's all right.
We waited a long time.
This is them. We are them.
Long time coming, man. Long time coming. Now, what we need to do is really solidify that win by coming out against Richmond next week and absolutely spanking the pants off them is what we need to do. Yeah, because a 10-point win next week, after that, you're going to scratch your head and go, well, why? That doesn't make sense. If we're that team, next week's going to be party time, proper party time at the G. Like, do you remember that game we beat Richmond by like 101 points, 181 to 80? Judd kicked that goal from that's 50? Next. In my mind, that's next Sunday. That's next Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be. If we're really going to announce ourselves, it has to be. Just has to be.
I just saw now. I didn't realize Cripps had 41 possessions.
Yeah, no, mate. 41 disposals. He had 14 clearances. No, and he broke a record tonight for the club. He has the most handballs in the history of our club ever.
Wow.
Ever. At the age of 29. This is what everyone needs to get in their head. We've got generational talent on our list that aren't going to be there in 5 years' time, potentially. They'll come to the twilight of their career, and you're going to look back, and you're going to go, holy shit, I saw some of the best players that ever played for this club, week in, week out.
All in the peak at the same time. Crazy.
Paddy Cripps is at, like, we're talking upper echelon. He'll win his second Brownlow. He'll win his Premiership Cup as captain, and we're going to go, he might be the, and I know I've said this so many times, and so many people hate when I say it because of the likes of Nichols and Dool and all this. I'm sorry, if Cripps takes us to a premiership as captain, this group that he took over from 2015, whenever it was, as the fucking, like that white knight that we went, it's on you, and he does it, and he wins Brownlows along the way. He's the greatest fucking player to ever play for our club. There is no argument. There's just not. There's not. I looked at him tonight and I went, I'm watching greatness. Like, you are greatness. Like you can't take that shit for granted. He is a great, great, great player. Like, it's special, man. This is a very fucking special time. It's a special, special time.
So grateful to finally be living these days.
It's nice. It is really nice.
Good,
it's
man.
really nice. Yeah. And we can, you know what? We can start looking ahead now. We're playing finals. Fantastic. Probably finish top 4. Fantastic. And we're probably going to make a grand final at this rate. Right now, we're number 1 or number 2. There's no other team. There's just not. There's just not. You can look ahead, and we can look ahead with, like, the safeguard and the veil completely off. It's like, you can't hurt me. And I know you're not going to hurt me. This is like, it's a different feeling. There's so much trust in the group, Tez, from all of us. It's just like the level of trust I have for this club at the moment is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I was talking about it before the game. We're talking about Cincotta. Some people said, oh, maybe he plays on Stewart. I was like, nah, maybe Stewart's a bit too big. Saw Cincotta on Stewart. Saw DeCone tonight. I'm at this point now where I'm like, I don't even want to think about what we're going to do because I don't care.
But it doesn't. That's right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We do shows every week. I do the podcast every Sunday. I actually don't care anymore. I want to get on the podcast, talk for 5 minutes, and say we won. I'm fucking really happy. Let's move on. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care who does it. I don't care who's out there. I don't care if Adam Chera doesn't come back into this side. I don't care if we never see Jesse Motlop this year because Matt Owies cannot be dropped. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. I really don't. Just win. Just fucking win.
Wow. It's we went somewhere new tonight.
Oh yeah. No, that was that's somewhere like if you don't trust this club now after that, or if you're, you know what? And here's another one. If you're not happy after that, if you're looking for shit in that performance, fuck you. Like, honestly. Seriously. Like, I don't want to hear it, man. I just don't. I can't.
Oh, hilarious.
Honestly. Anyway, it's good. It's really nice. It's just gonna sleep well. Have a good weekend. Gonna watch the replay. Like, just nice, man. It's so good.
We will see you Sunday night.
Sunday, 7 p.m.
Sunday, 7 p.m. Thanks for being here, man. It's been a pleasure, and let's enjoy this next couple of months because we're on a run.
We have only just begun, Tez. This is the start of something that everyone will look back on and go, what a fucking time to be alive.
Yeah. Amen, brother. Thanks very much.
Talk to you soon, man.
See ya. Wow, that's right. They hit me right in the feels, that one. Ben Needleman, once more for Nui, 24 in 24. Absolutely. The Booze Hound, $5. Emergency Kool-Aid still in reserve, and I'm going to the studio on Sunday. XX. Amazing. Steph Anastasiadis with the $5 said, oh, Lordy, that one felt different. Booze Hound again with a $2. When this squad peaks, there'll be 95-esque aura. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any memories of the 95 squad. I think those of you that might come on tonight, those of you in the chat, you'll know more about that than what I will, but it's a nice start. Let's get a bit of Joel in. Joel.
Lovely. Can't wait to be on, Terry.
With a smile, how good was
Good to
that?
see you. Yeah, geez, it's what a turnaround. And for all those sort of negative things that I threw at the club, it's kind of like, well, geez, did they actually listen? Or no, I'm joking. Of course they didn't. But it's just amazing, the turnaround. And I was just jotting down on my notepad here. I think the four things which I could say I mean, there's probably more than four, but I think when was I last? I think last week I had a week off, Terry. But just the rise of TDK, and he's just phenomenal. The guy's unstoppable, really. Chincotta, we've all admired his rise. Well, Zach Williams probably didn't have the night like he has the last few weeks, but still, he's just you can see he's playing so much better with confidence. And all the other four, while he's just really good, he's stepped up. And I think it's the main thing. It's just like the tactical battles. Like we're just trouncing like every kind of. We're just making all the right moves tactically. It's just phenomenal, and it's just really. It's just in the space of about 5 weeks. We've really turned it around, and for all those people who said, "Oh, I didn't like the club," I know we've had our chats, Terry, and I think I'm passionate, but I have lineage with this club. I mean, I'm the nephew of a Brownlow medalist.
I'll just interrupt you there. I will just back you up on that. I know you love the football club. I know you. Right. It's like life or death. I'm very well aware. And then look, the reality is this: after that Sydney night when we had that chat, we needed to make some changes. There needed to be an adjustment. That was the reality. It didn't look good.
Well, I mean, it is just mind-boggling. I mean, watching and the commentary, it really shits me. I mean, the channel, 7 commentary, it's flat as a tack. I mean, look, JB's okay, but not poor old, but the Blues are really flying, and it's kind of, I'd love a bit of Dennis Cometti right now because he'd be willing, lovely turn of phrases about this team right now, and I feel like we just don't get that enough. Funnily enough, though, I do like Gary Lyon. I was just reading an article. Apparently, he's just said this club is he can't believe how well we're playing. Everyone on the Fox Footy team, Nathan Buckley said, we're winning. We're just winning the contest, and that just helps our defence and our forwards. So it's people in high places are really taking note and saying, we are clearly the best second team. And Terry, I think now, and I know I said only about 5 or 6 weeks ago that we weren't. For me, it's about being number one. Obviously, I've said that, and I think now, I think we can give the Swans a real shake. I think we met in the street a couple of weeks ago, and I said, yeah, but we play them up there, but they have to come and beat us down here if they want to win the premiership. And
fucking oath they do, Joel. Absolutely, they do. They've got to come down to our house and beat us.
Yeah, exactly. So it's looking really good, and let's just enjoy it. Let's enjoy it because it seems like the team's playing really well. No, but I was going to say, obviously, just to back up to tell everyone why I'm so passionate is because I have lineage with this football team with me being a nephew of Brownlow medalist. So it's so you can work out the maths. There's been 3, I think. Or 4, sorry, Juddy. And Cripper now 5. So it's just fantastic to see the club doing so well. I didn't go to the game. I was really close to going, but it takes a lot for me to go to. I was hoping to get into the rooms. I was just waiting for it. Got some contacts and it didn't quite fall through, but I'm saying like a bit of a anyway. I'll go when they. I'll go in due course. But look, we had the ball on the string. Like it's just so great to see, wasn't it, Terry? It was just a champagne football, really. It was just kind of like we knew where everyone was on the field, and it was just, yeah. So
I have a question for you.
I'm pretty happy. Yeah, go.
Is your uncle Gordon Collis?
No, Bert Deacon.
Your uncle is Bert Deacon, our first Brownlow medalist.
Correct. Yeah. So second generation uncle. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. We're in the presence of Carlton
royalty. Yeah.
There you go. The plot twist is amazing, by the way. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess what was another special moment for you? I think I just loved when Newman kicked that goal. I thought the guy can really. I mean, a defender and just kicking it through, like he knew he was going to kick it, And that was my favorite moment when he just went forward and kicked that goal. I thought bloody good. Yeah.
I think I mentioned it just earlier with Pommy, but I think young Lockie Cowan. He's 19 years of age, and he's locked down that position to a point where undroppable. He's in that category now where you're like, oh wow, like it's his second season. Didn't hear much about him in the preseason. They obviously love what he's about. He's allowed.
No fuss. He's a typical defender, isn't he? He's kind of like that. The Andrew McKay, young Andrew McKay, almost sort of. Geez, putting raps on a bit. But he's a bit of a young Andrew McKay, perhaps.
Yeah. He's got all the minerals, man. And then you got I think the statement of Nick Newman and pushing around Ollie Dempsey. It was just a little bit of
I saw
we're not the younger brother anymore. We're the big boys now. We're the men.
Yeah, the Hollands twins are really, really good. They add a lot of maturity and as some other people have said, I think it's going to be like, well, where does these players who, a Jack Martin or an Adam Shearer or Marchbank or a Motlop, where do they fit in now? And it was like, it's a nice problem to have. But I'm sure they're enjoying watching from the sidelines because they seem like a real united bunch down there, which is great to see. So that's all I've got to say, Terry.
Awesome, mate.
I've just finished my first glass of wine. I saw you tuck into a red, and I thought I didn't have a red. I've only got a white in the fridge. So,
Joel, cheers to you, my friend.
Yeah, well, this is an empty glass, so cheers. Good to see you, Terry. The vibes are good. Good to see you, brother.
Go the Blues.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
You know it's real when Joel's up and about. You know it's real. Speaking of when you know it's real, young Zach Borg, mate, get right in here, young man.
Terry! Yes!
What up?
Go the Blues! Come on! Well, where do we start? Like, what a performance, honestly. It was a cold night, we're coming into this game, winning 3 in a row, and, we just do what we do best, and that's win. I mean, this is our year, Terry. Like, we are probably one of the we are the strongest side in the competition at the moment. I think, like, you could put Sydney aside at the moment, but at the moment, I reckon that we're definitely, like, I think we're, we are better than them in a lot of categories. But I just think that the way we played today just shows that we are a premiership winning side. Like,
mate, just get the Swans at the MCG. We'll do the rest,
get
young
the Swans
man.
at the MCG like last year, Terry. Elimination final. There was a lot of really good performances tonight, and there was a lot of quiet performances. So I would like to start off with Orazio Fantasia. Now, I know he, while we don't expect much from him, he comes back into the side, back from injury, and then, he did have some good moments, set up some goals, but I couldn't pick out one good player. I mean, we could pick out Cripps. Like, he just give him another Brownlow, Terry. Like, 41 disposals, 12 clearances, I think it was. And he's just an absolute beast. Like, I think he's generally the best player in the competition. But there are so many players that we could pick out. I mean, our defense was good, very solid. I mean, Tom Hawkins got injured. I think, was it Wiedering who was playing on Hawkins?
Correct. Yeah, for the most part.
And he just stopped him all night. He locked him down, and I really think Chincotta did a really good job on Tom Stewart. I mean, I think he kicked 2 goals, something like that. Was it a goal, or did he kick a goal or 2? It was. I'm pretty sure it was 2.
Mate, he did the job. I was doubting him a little bit. People were talking about whether or not Chincotta would play on Tom Stewart, and I remember saying, I think Tom Stewart's a bit too big. Who cares?
Like,
who cares? Doesn't matter. He goes on anyone.
As Joe said, I don't care who put it out there. Just bloody win. Just get the job done, and that's what we've done. I mean, like, but I just want to say, how good is our midfield? Like, you got Tom the Koken in there as the ruckman. That is probably one of the best informed ruckman in the league, I reckon. Probably all Australian contention. Then you got Cripps, right? And then you got Walsh. That combined him with a total of 78 disposals.
Wow.
I mean, it just all comes together. And, our forwards. I mean, Matt Always, he's one of the best small forwards in the competition. Like, we have everything that connects to the puzzle. Like, I think that we have Richmond next week, and we got to back it up with another good win. We have a pretty easy run home after all the teams that we've played. But next week we're going to go out there. We're going to go to the MCG, and we're going to absolutely smash them. Okay, we're going to have a party at the G next week, Terry.
So, I can't wait, Zach.
Yeah, go to the Blues! Have the bangers, Terry! Come on! Da 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 da! Da 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 da! See you, Terry. Have a good night.
So good. Pretzel Wagon with the $8 says, Baggers standing on business this year. Thanks very much, mate. Very kind. Paul Sebastiani in the SEN studios. He's arrived.
He's a megastar, Zach, isn't he?
He's unbelievable. He's something else.
Hey, Zach, if you're still listening and watching, if you want a job here, mate, by all means.
Unbelievable.
If you want to work in media, by all means, mate, let us know. I'll definitely sort something out for you. Well, we've got Eddie Corns and we've got young Max here, so we might have young Zach as well, mate. We can make it a triple treat.
Absolutely.
It's good that we've grasped the younger generation with some good football, because it was looking pretty bleak for a moment then last year, but all's well but ends well, sir. All is well but ends well.
How good was that?
Yeah, super proud. Super proud of him. It's one of those ones where everyone's been calling for that one this year, and it's been driving all of us insane. But it finally manifested itself out onto the football field, and it was very, very impressive from start to finish. Even at 3/4 time, when Geelong got that little run on before the start of the last, I was pretty cushy with it all. I think it was our best performance of the year by a long, long way. Just from start to finish, Geelong, they never had a sniff, really.
No.
It was dominant, clean, efficient, ruthless. The score button's being created in the fourth term. Geez, those fourth quarters look pretty good, don't they?
Well, we're running our games real well.
Can you hear those crickets? Did you hear those crickets? Oh, yeah. No one mentioned anything about the S&C department.
No, tonight.
No, not tonight. No, I haven't heard anything yet.
I felt that Sarden, McGovern and Fogarty and whatnot would make a difference from the last time we played.
Yeah.
Not like that. And not to say that they're the reason why we won by the amount that we did, but the synergy around the group tonight, that was so in sync with one another tonight.
I think the one thing that we have all become accustomed to now with this team is that they're learning from past results, whether win, lose, or draw. So that game against Geelong last time, I think everybody thought and knew that it was one of those games where we just couldn't wait to get them again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the players and the club internally you could see that they felt that as well. And tonight, Geelong had a couple of injuries that, obviously that probably curtailed their performance a little bit, but we just need to stay relatively fit and wear a sniff now. Well, more than a sniff, more than a sniff. We're going into games now where we would be shocked if we lose.
Yeah.
It
would take something special to beat us.
Yeah. Oh, well, it doesn't. And you can see that the coach has full faith in the players he sends out there now, just based on what he's saying every week. I mean, I can't remember the last time a coach of the Carlton Football Club has said, you need to play 4 quarters to beat us. When's the last time anyone said that? I can't remember for the life of me, between you and I starting to do videos about the football club to now. Okay, when's it? No one's ever said that. No one inside the club has ever said that with such gusto and such confidence. And the fact that he's come out and now he has full trust in the players that he puts out there week to week, it just shows you how far we've come. And it goes for all of us now that when they take the field, there's no doubting them anymore.
No,
There's really no doubting them anymore.
They can have a 10-minute period where things aren't going their way. You just know they're going to respond. Like they're just so proud of the way that they play. They have a pride about them.
If you notice tonight, and what I've been so impressed with the last couple of weeks, especially tonight, that second term when Geelong they had a quickish start. They kind of went bang, bang, got it back to single figures. And then in the blink of an eye, we were off and gone. We're off and gone and up by 6 goals. And then the same thing happened towards the back end of the third quarter where they got it back to within that 4 to 5 goal range. And then we start the fourth quarter and we're out of sight again. And it's a sign of a team that has just gone from strength to strength. And it's good to see players that have been added into the system outside of the core who are starting to really find their own. So Lockie Cowan, Elijah Hollands, those type of guys who have come in and just added different layers to us as a football team. How good was it to see Cowan? He's been threatening that this year. We've all been waiting for that.
Wow,
that was a big goal.
So many individuals have stepped up. I mean, but we say it every week. I mean, I refer to his age every week. He's 19 years old. He's got
a baby, mate.
Got something special about him. I mean, he was a captain of the, his state league, his state team. So we knew that he had big raps, but he's just to take on that position to the point where you trust him enough to move Zach Williams into the forward line because you want to develop Cal. It's a remarkable story.
He has no fear, does he? The young man. That tackle he laid on Dangerfield early in the game when Dangerfield was, going through at 100 miles an hour, and he's just sort of waited for the contact and taken him down. And you could see it last year, like for Boss to put so much faith into him last season and throw him in for the first 7 games in his debut season just speaks volumes of how highly they rate him. And he's unearned, mate. He's unearned. The whole team at the moment is unearned. And that Sydney game, Voss and Wiedering came out and said that Voss put it on the leaders. And since then, gee whiz, my goodness. I don't think have we seen a stronger patch of form from these boys?
Not in your lifetime and mine. Not in your life.
When I say that, I mean like strong patch of form as in the performances from start to finish have been, geez, very impressive. I'm trying not to look too much at the results. The performances from start to finish have been elite the last couple of weeks. And the bye came at a beautiful time for us as well. We're able to regroup and refresh, get some blokes back. And, we will go into pretty much every single game now, barring an absolute disaster as favourites. And, I mean, what are we here for, mate? We're here for a premiership.
You dare to dream?
Well, we've been dreaming for years, mate.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to suppress it a bit because we're so far away.
Yeah. You have to a point. You have to be humble to a point, but at the same time, you can't deny reality, can you?
Honestly, there's like a little part of my there's like the little inner child of me that for the first time in many years I've let out a bit. The kid that
Yeah.
dreamt of the day I want to be alive, want to win a Carlton, win a premiership, and then
Yeah.
I sort of suppressed that for so many years because it's like, listen, we're
Yeah.
so far away from a premiership, let alone finals,
We
let
are.
alone top 4. Now, honestly, for the first time, I'm like, look, we're a genuine shot at it. We can do it. It's possible.
You just have to let go of the past and take the leap of faith now.
Yeah.
And if we fall short, so be it. But we're in it up to our eyeballs at the moment, and it's just it's nice to be a good football team. We've been waiting for this for so long.
Oh my God.
So long. And there was still some sort of doubt with what happened last year. Is it, do you take, we're the first half of the football season team, or we're the second half of the football season team? It's the sum of all parts. And last year said we were preliminary finalists. And now this year suggests that we're favourites to get into a grand final alongside Sydney. What that means, we don't know. All we need to do is just stay relatively fit, keep the form up, and the sky's the limit, mate. I don't know. It feels surreal because you hope to get there. You hope to get there, and you do all this work, and you put all these videos together, and you rock up every week to the games, and you get emotionally invested, and your weekend's either made or ruined by it. And we all rock up and go along in the hope that we're all going to sit there together at the end of this year or next year or whenever it may be, and we're there celebrating number 17 and not hoping that we're saying David Parkin is our most recent premiership coach, which was heard that quote at work during the week, and I thought David Parkin was our most recent premiership coach.
Maybe they're changing the rules of the draft because they know that we're the ones that are going to win, too many in a row.
Are they? Maybe they know something we don't.
Maybe we're the ones that they need to curtail, not Tasmania, not Gold Coast.
It's funny, isn't it? We that whole. I mean, like, I understand why people are up in arms and all that, but I mean, who cares, man? Like,
Who cares, man? We're about to win this year.
People with bigger brains and higher pay grades and more decision making, they're going to sort that out. That's not for us to a point. You need to hold that kind of stuff into account. But at the end of the day, mate, just worry about the Carlton Football Club and this what Carlton are worried about Collingwood supporters and what Essendon do and what who cares, mate? Who cares? Who cares? Just
tell them enjoy the show.
Well, that's it. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So we humble ourselves and we move along to next week and we put our feet up and, that's the way it goes. I'll tell you what, and I still haven't found who Elijah Hollands reminds me of. I got no idea. I got absolutely no idea. He is just him.
He's a gift from Hashem.
He actually is. Speaking of which, I was actually with the great Jono Baruch tonight.
Beautiful.
In the second half. Geez, he has a dip.
He lets it go.
I thought he was he pleasantly surprised me with his emotional outbursts at Brett Roseberry and a few others as well. So big shout out to Jono, mate. He's not the quiet young man that many think he is. Anyway, it's good to see. It gets the best of us, mate. It gets the best of us. So on to Richmond next week.
Very good.
Go. And we don't talk about individuals now because we've got a good football team.
Got a good team. No,
it's
very good.
Thanks. You have a fantastic night with your lovely red wine and enjoy the replay as well, mate.
Thank you, mate. Go Blues.
Ciao, mate. Ciao.
Cripsy.
Terry, have you got me, my man?
Hey, loud and clear, my man.
Oh, the car has come up goods. I have parked. Don't worry, I'm not driving. I'm at Essendon Station. Shout out the old man who dropped me here. He's on the drive home. He's listening to this now. He said, I've got to subscribe. I've got to pay up. I said, good. You won't get any ads. So if you're in the chat right now and you're getting ads, subscribe to Terry. You won't get any ads. All right. And you support Blue Brawl, which is incredible. Terry, what a night. Ripper night. I just wanted to, before I got on the drive, I just want to jump in to say what a magnificent week for the football club. It has been a huge week, an incredibly important message. And I think Vossi shared in the press conference that they've raised over $300,000 for Current Respects, which is just phenomenal. So an incredible effort from everyone involved. It truly is a part of the club's a part of something pretty big in this space. I wanted to shout out a few players that I don't think are getting the love that they should be right now. I think Sardi, since his return from injury, has potentially been his best for us. And I say that because he has been so clean. He has been very, very comfortable with ball in hand, as he normally is. He's winning all his one-on-ones. And I just think that Sardi's actually not getting enough plaudits for the effort and the play that he's getting in at the moment. I don't know your thoughts, Terry, but I'm just loving the way he's going about it right now.
Absolutely. Well, he's just such a cool, calm, and collected player out there. He's so mature. You have so much trust whenever he's around. Like he's just such a great decision maker.
Yeah.
And he has this ability to link mentally and subconsciously with his other defenders. And I mean, we didn't use injuries as an excuse ever this season. But the reality was when you don't have your first choice players like the Sards, like the McGoverns and these guys, it's just not going to give you the same output because they are that brilliant.
Yep. Yeah, and I think I used to think that Sard would do too much because he thought I'd like to think that he thought, man, I've got a lot of weight on my shoulders here. Like we've got so many injuries. We're trying to do a lot. And I think there's that level of trust that he has with the teammates, but also like we're pretty much full strength back there at the moment, and he's then able to potentially work with others for them to make the decisions like Boydie. Like I think having Boyd for Sardi to give that ball to Boyd, in my mind, Boydie's a great kick. We know how good he is with disposal. He goes, I'm not the one that has to do that kick all the time anymore. I can find other people that can help me and we can make better decisions as a team coming out of defense. So Sardi for me, unsung since returning. I think he's been brilliant. Can we also appreciate right now as a club, we are not rushing players back from injury. And I'm thinking of two players that would fit this team right now that aren't being rushed back, Jesse Motlop and Adam Chera. We know that they are best 22. I know that. I'm sure. I think it's probably, I think most people would say that they are best 22. We are not rushing them. We are finding where they would go if they need to find form in the twos, or they're just getting themselves right to play AFL football. I cannot think of a time in the last forever that we haven't needed to do that. Really and that's the coach trusting each player. You're talking about Lockie Cowan earlier, trusting a 19-year-old to do his role, trusting Ollie Hollands to do his role, trusting Owies, trusting Orazio. A lot of people putting the pressure on Orazio. The coaches that work with him know better than us. They know what they're looking for. They trust these boys. And right now, they're showing us that the coaches are right. And so for me, really big kudos to the way that the coaching staff, and not just Vossi, obviously Vossi's the coach, but the whole staff have got these boys humming. And we're not rushing these boys back.
Mate, it's a really good call out. It's the way you said it for the first time in forever, like hit me. You're spot on. Yeah, and we have the luxury now. There's that as well. Maybe it was a bit of desperation back in the day because we needed to bank wins or whatever the case was, and guys would come in a little underdone. That's not going to be happening now. I mean, I think you could probably put Pitto in that category as well. There was a bit of talk potentially he could have played tonight, but no. Tom's in form.
No.
Tom's fine. And Pitto's, he's recovering from his injury.
And again, TDK, Tom said, here you go, mate. Here's the next 4 weeks. You've got Pitter on the sidelines. It's yours if you want it. What an incredible game tonight. Incredible against the Bombers as well. And many other games this season. I think I read a stat earlier. This is the highest rated game from anyone in 2024 was TDK tonight.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
He was incredible from start to finish.
Yeah. And I want to do one more thing because I know there's probably plenty want to jump on, and I'm going to get on the drive home. I don't know what the numbers say, but that's got to be one of the best tackling performances we have done for years. We were on from go to woe. I think we stuck 85% plus tackles tonight. I think our average inside 50 tackles, like attacking 50 tackles, is 13.3, and we had 11 in the first quarter. I thought that it was very clear, put them under pressure and see how they go. And very clearly, Geelong were unable to stick with that for the entire night.
Mate, great call out. How good is it?
How good is it? I have one shout out for the club. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give this one more, and then Terry, we can chat. But just want to shout out the love to the besties. It has been a huge week for the besties, and I saw them very briefly tonight. But I want to give them the shout out here as well. I know working with them, but that means more. That week means more than I think I could ever understand. And Terry, maybe for you, but that is a huge week, and the content that they provide, the insight to the world that they live every day and they live week to week. I think an amazing effort from the team, and just a really valuable asset to the community here at not only Carlton, but in AFL circles.
No, well said, mate. No, they're going well, the besties. They're going to keep working their butts off and keep breaking barriers, and we're going to be right here, right behind them every step of the way.
Terry, any little selection theories for next week? We're playing Richmond, and I'm not saying to underestimate them. I don't think Bossy or the coaching staff will let them, but is there anything you're kind of looking at? You go, I wonder what we would tweak, or is it someone that needs a rest?
Honestly, unless Jesse Motlop dominates again tomorrow, he might be a call-in for Dirds. But honestly, leave the team, in my view. I sort of went into this game thinking, Chera, Motlop, Pito, names to throw out. Mate, the guys who are performing right now deserve to stay in the team, in my view. I think if Cottrell was available, having said that, I think that would be a role that he would be where Fantasia is. I think that's a Cottrell type role. But otherwise, everyone's performing their role. Let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, I think someone's saying in the chat, I'm just going to catch that really quickly. Chera Fantasia, Ches Shawley. My question, my challenge to those that are saying Ches, who are you taking out? I see Kennedy just doing the team job of just putting the body on the line. He's taking grabs. He's in the ruck sometimes. I'm not saying that Kennedy's our best player, but what I'm saying is the bloke's got a bigger frame than Ches and can do more of those physical aspects. So I'm not taking Kennedy out of the team. I don't know where that goes. I don't want to play with it too much either.
It's a next week conversation. It's a next week conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Let's enjoy the night. Again, Terry, thank you for having me. And again, big love to the community. Keep up the work, man. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, brother. Take care.
Appreciate you, mate.
See ya. All righty. I've got a couple of people here. Firstly, Vic Wide Renovations. Thanks so much for the donations. And thanks to everyone who's donated tonight. Very, very kind. I've got a couple here. Patty and Jess, they're calling in from Vietnam. Let's get him in. Hello,
G'day, Tez. How are you?
mate. Great. How are you?
Good, mate. Sorry, Jess is just paying for our meal right now. She's walking out now. How are you?
Hey.
Mate, great. What up, Jess? How you doing? Wait, where are you guys? What's the story?
Cheers! Let's go Baggers!
We're in Nha Trang in Vietnam right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come out for dinner after the win, so we're pretty happy about it. We're both actually from Geelong, so it makes it even sweeter.
Yes.
Mate, the
Can you hear-
tide's turned. We're now beating up on Geelong.
Yeah. Oh,
We hate Geelong.
hate Geelong. Every time we play them, normally they beat us, and they rub it in. They rub it in that hard. Yeah.
What do you think of the game?
Oh, phenomenal. In the third quarter there, they started kicking a few, and I was like, oh, not again. But, yeah, no, we come back and, and it was good win.
Unreal.
Yeah.
What about, wait, so how long are you in Vietnam for? What's the story there? What, you guys just on holiday?
Yeah, we're on holidays. We've been here just a bit over 2 weeks, and we're here for another about 5 days.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're in Singapore just before that as well. So
Just got to make sure you get here for September, mate.
we'll
definitely.
be there. We'll
We
be
will be
there, and we'll be at finals just like last year, mate. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
How good. No, it's so good. I'm a bit blown away that you're calling in from Vietnam with such a great reception.
Yeah, no, well, I got like the virtual SIM card and it works unreal. So yeah.
No, happy days. Happy days. Any other thoughts before I let you go?
I heard you mention about Chin Cotter on Stewart, and one of my mates who goes for Geelong actually messaged me at the start of the game. He goes, I can't believe you put Chin Cotter on Stewart. And I hadn't looked at my phone for the whole game. And at the end of the game, I saw he'd written that, and I was like, well, it worked, didn't it? So
Hockey knows, mate. The coaches know what they're doing, evidently.
Well, Chin Cotter shut him down. They sent him in the forward line. So
It was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
what a win.
Were there any Aussies around you guys that were watching the game?
We watched it out of our we got an apartment on the 25th floor just looking out over the beach, so we watched it there.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Unreal. Flaggers
Amazing.
24, mate. Flaggers 24.
Let's go Baggers!
Well, have the best time. Have the best trip. Thanks so much for calling in, and go Blues.
Wait,
Thank you.
thanks for Mum's will as well. You did my mum's will for me.
I did.
You did. Thanks, brother.
See you guys.
See you, brother.
Amazing. It never gets old. People calling in. If you are overseas, by the way, watching this, if you're international, please call in. Would love to hear from you. Jimmy, what a night, Baggers. Breaking the respects hoodoo. True. Ben Needleman with $10. Thank you, mate. Says time to add TDK to our list of players who can tear a game apart. All right. We've got a full waiting room. I will put the link in the chat again. Asia.
Hello. This feels different. I think.
Yeah.
Does it feel different for you too?
Yes, absolutely. It feels different.
I don't. It was after Lockie Cowan kicked his goal, and I just sat back and I cried. Which is like crazy that we're literally like halfway through the season and I'm crying, but it it felt like all of the trauma from everything just went away. Yeah. I don't know what it was, and I just cried, and my dad was like, "You're such a loser," and I was like, "You're so right."
Yeah, no. I took a moment after the final siren. I usually hear one rendition of the song, maybe two, then I leave.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, I heard all the way through 1, 2, 3 renditions, and then I just overlooked. I was on level 2, and I just looked around and just soaked it up. I mean, it wasn't a final. It wasn't a super important match. It was just a regular season match, but there was a real feeling of, these are the days that we waited for.
100%. Like Dad and I are still watching games in the room that we used to watch when I was like 4, 5, 6. And to sit there and just be in that same room and be like, this is what we've waited for. Like, I know, like, we're always like, yes, one step at a time, like 1 week at a time. We're here. I messaged some of my friends, were like, I'll see you in September. I will see you in September. And that was the first time I'd been like, it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels wild. And I don't know. It just it feels different today, even though obviously we can say Geelong aren't playing too great, rah, rah, rah. I don't know. It just, something has changed from tonight's game. And I hope other people do.
So many symbols tonight of I mean, we've been saying mature performance for a few weeks now. Let's be honest. Pretty much the last 3 matches. And there has been a bit of rhetoric around, okay, if we're the real deal, we put the Cats away. I felt we would win the game. I had faith in the team and who was out there. I did not see that happening.
No, I was doing my tips with my friend today at work, and I was like, what do you think? And they were like, I don't care, like, put something. And I put maybe like 9 or 10 points. Boy, was I wrong. But it feels crazy. Like, I was very much in the mindset going in, like, of back in the days, like, being favorites. And I'm always still scared when we go in as favorites. And I think that's something that I have to, like, check myself on, being like, no, we're favorites for a reason. Like, it's not like yesteryear where when we were favorites, we'd choke. Like, we're favorites for a reason. We're second on the ladder.
Yeah.
It's, I'm going to cry again. It's been a lot of crying.
No, you
I'm
can cry.
screwed for when September comes.
Yeah. No, there's going to be a lot of tears if this group, when this group get that job done in that last match of the season, there's going to be a generational linking. We're gonna be whole again as a football club and as a fan base.
Yeah. And this is like the first time that I said, my dad, who was obviously watched the 95 and all that stuff, this was the first time he's ever said to me, we're winning a flag. And I went, oh shit, you're right. I was like, we are. Like,
wow.
Who's going
Bring
to
it
stop
on.
us?
Oh, we're the only team that can stop us. Let's be honest.
Exactly. Give us a TDK, give us a Cripps, give us a Kerno, give us an Elijah. Like, where are you going to get those players from? You can't, because we have them.
Yeah. Bang on.
Exactly. So, well, I will let you go because I'm sure you've got a lot of people to get through. But just, I hope everyone enjoys it. Enjoy the night, enjoy the weekend, and let's just keep doing it.
Go Blues.
Go Blues. Okay. Catch you later.
Bye. Ben.
Terry.
It's time.
Mate, how bloody good.
As good as it gets, mate.
As good as it gets, mate. Yeah, I saw tonight there's a real ruthlessness about our side the last few weeks, but it just dialed up another level tonight.
Yeah, it did. It did. They had a little bit of similarities to the Essendon game, but we played at a higher level. I think the third quarter saw a little bit more of the Cats come into the game, and fair play. I mean, we dominated the first half, and then come that fourth quarter, just completely blew them away.
Yeah, it's interesting because in that third quarter, I saw them get obviously they got the last 3 goals of that third quarter, and I thought, oh, shit. Okay, all right, let's really put the clamps down. And then the last 2 minutes of that third quarter, you could just see them settle. And then I thought, okay, it's all right. We'll be fine. No worries. But then we just, it was like the same against Port Adelaide, which I saw with my brother a few weeks back here in Adelaide, which was good fun. But the exact same type, just put the foot down, pedal to the metal, and no, it was great to see.
What does the win do for your confidence and belief in what the group's capable of?
Well, at the very least, I think we're top 2. Got to be. I'd love to know what it would be like to play off of tonight if we were playing Sydney next week in Melbourne to see how we would go. I'd love to see how that battle would go.
Yeah.
We'll only know once we play them again how we could go. But it seems like, and there's a long way to go, so I'm not getting carried away, but it seems like we're in that top two, and then there's a bit of a gap between the rest of the competition, and it's a great place to be. It's fantastic that we're there now. At the very least, we're a top echelon side, and that's, mate, bloody awesome. Let's soak it in, and looks like you're soaking it in too, like I am.
Yeah, no, I hear it. You know, we're doing the fan camps for a long time now, and just to hear you say that and everyone else say what you just said, and it not be a divided opinion, like it's pretty comprehensive. Like we're all really believing in what we're seeing. Like it's real. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's finally here.
I'll bring something back. There was something interesting. I'm not sure if you picked it up, but there was something on Carlton Media back in, I can't remember if it might have been Feb, March, something like that. But Voss, it was after last year, and he basically said to the group, he goes, let's go from being the hunter, which is great, being from a hunter mentality to being a predator. And it was something that, and I listened to that, and he was basically saying the hunter, you know, it's great to be in that mindset, but being the predator, you look at the prey, you've got all your eyes in. And he was more speaking about the mindset rather than the execution of what a side, you know, how we're meant to play. But I just thought it was really interesting that he was talking about the mindset of, let's go from the mindset of being from the hunter, which we were last year, and getting great results from that, to, okay, let's be that top sort of side. So maybe that type of messaging has been reinforced, and that's something that we can build on moving forward.
Sprinkle in a little bit of stability, sprinkle in a little bit of continuity, sprinkle in some time and patience, and you know, a few individuals coming towards the peak of their careers, and you know, here we are. It's all just begun. That's the thing. It really has all just begun for us.
Yeah. So I'm excited. There's I don't think there was. I don't think you can drop anyone really off tonight's performance. I thought Fantasia lifted again, which has been good. Like I've kept the faith in him. Like obviously Voss has. He's doing a different role. He's not a notable goal kicker, but he's he would have set up 3 or 4 goals tonight off his own. Charlie was just dominant. TDK the last few weeks has just been ridiculous in his form. So, it's like everything seems to be going as we want it to, and another thing that I said I was having a chat with Mole Mem just to finish up. Just saying that once everyone starts to get that confidence, it's like we couldn't do anything wrong in the end. In that last quarter, players are kicking goals that they otherwise might have just shaded or missed. Everything's going through because they're just that confidence and that belief is just building, and it just built throughout that game. And it's a good place to be.
Absolutely.
You can feel that, and you can feel that faith just embedded, and hopefully keep that through.
Absolutely, mate. Well, you go and enjoy your night. Thanks for calling in. Go Blues.
Will do, mate. You too, mate. Have a good one. Go Blues.
Bye.
See ya.
Ree. Hello? Hello. Hi. Maybe we'll get you back in shortly. Adam.
Tez, I'm with Nicola as well.
Hey, the power couple. What's going on?
How are you, mate?
Good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic, mate. What a win. 4 quarters. Having the bye 3 weeks straight. Footy's good, eh?
Yeah. Footy's
We're
good.
second again.
It's real. It's real.
Mate. But pressure. Like, just from the get-go, first quarter, they're just forward. I think forward entries, tackling. I think we had about 11 or so in the first quarter. But 80 tackles once again overall. It just shows you put that pressure on, turnover, and fucking bang, mate. You know, we'll cause the goals. All of a sudden, we've got small forwards, Tez.
Footy's a simple game, isn't it?
But we know we got Harry there, Charlie. Be at their feet. Like, we know they're going to bring it down, you know, and bang, you know, you got Fogg, you got Zach, you know, Lige. Even our defenders kicking goals. Cowan, you know, Mitch got obviously robbed of his goal, but Lige goes bang from 50 out.
Yeah.
You know, but no, great
What was
football.
the energy? What was the energy like in the crowd from where you were sitting?
Oh, fantastic! Everyone was up and about, mate. We're not used to, you know, pumping teams and putting them away. Little bit, I wouldn't say nervous, sort of when the Cats were sort of made a small charge in the third.
Tried to.
But I had mates messaging me and be like, oh, I think they're gonna, you know, come back, and Carlton sort of go in the shot, go, mate, we'll put them away in 10 minutes in the last, like we did with the Bombers, you know, and they just know when to go to the next gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different Carlton team. Like, they don't fear anyone. You know what I mean? You know, it's probably the first training drill I've seen, you know, in over 20 years. You know, not obviously including, you know, when Gold Coast came into the comp, but when do you see, you know, over the handballs over the top, this and that, just toying with them? We don't toy with teams, Terry.
No, we don't. We did. Yeah. The fact that the defenders were getting a lick of the ice cream at the end as well, and they're just lining up. We had just we just beaten them in every line, and the defenders were just
that Cowan goal. The moves were loud. It was pretty funny, but he's been brewing for a while, and you know, he's been bombing him from 60 out. No cigar, but finally he's got on the board. But it's all coming together, the piece. You know, we've got, you know, players waiting in the wings. You know, they can wait their turns, because I don't think anyone should get dropped. You know, selection integrity, put them through the VFL, get some form, make your way in.
I'm really surprised at Fantasia today. I'm not going to lie. Really surprised.
He's starting to settle, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a funny one, because he doesn't go through the VFL, just comes straight back in. Obviously, Voss sees something that we don't. Obviously, you know, we want them all to play well, but you know, we want them to obviously earn their spot. He seems to come in, and obviously when he doesn't play well, you know, he cops a bit of slack, which is obviously warranted now and again. But today he was much better. Yes, I know, obviously not disposal wise, but positioning wise, you know, score involvements. He was there, and always again, 3 goals, pumping up, jumper tugs, love it.
Yeah. No, he's kicked 20 goals, I think, for the year now. Always.
Yeah, I think we said if he gets to his 30 goals for a small forward, that's all we can ask.
That's all we need.
100%. You know, so all of a sudden, you know, we're looking good. Teams don't want to play us, Tez. You know, they used to always want to, you know, let's play Carlton, the easy beats. Not anymore.
This is getting exciting. This is getting. Oh, this is footy.
This is exciting. Come on.
I'm still nervous because we're Carlton.
No, we got the Carlton.
Tell us. It's done.
Yeah, that's done. This is the new Carlton, you know.
Yeah, no, this is us. No, it's very good.
You know, now we just got to back it up. Obviously, you know, now and again you can play these sort of lower teams and lower your colours, but
we have to rip Richmond,
pump them again. You know, none of these dusty celebrations. You know, just catch you later.
9-day break, Sunday, 3:20.
even the boys now, you can tell Cripps freshen up after the bye. Far out, man.
Yeah,
because obviously we knew
Nah, Daddy Cripps. As soon as he became Daddy Cripps,
we knew we had a few sore boys, so I think the bye just did him wonders.
Yeah,
We could have
absolutely.
imagine Brownlow, Norm Smith, and Coleman medalists, and obviously add a flag to that too. Take it all. Take it all.
Take it all. I love it.
We
I
are
love it.
Carlton. The rest.
No. Thanks, guys.
No
Thanks
worries.
for having us.
Tess.
Bye.
Have a good night.
See
Up
ya.
the bag.
Up
Cheers,
the
bye.
Blues. Andy, Monday Blues. Yalla.
Bro,
How good.
we are the real deal.
Yeah.
We are. I'm not scared of Sydney, bro. Everyone's talking about Sydney. Yeah, all right, they've had a great start. I don't care, bro. I think we are the best team in the comp.
Yeah.
We don't play on a shitty little ground, bro, that no one else knows how to play on. We haven't got that like luxury, bro. We've played the best teams in the league on the hardest grounds, and we're sitting pretty well.
You got to
So
win a flag at the MCG. End of the day.
exactly, spot on, bro. Spot on. You got to win on the G. That's why I'm not scared of Sydney, bro.
Yeah.
The talk should be about us, and I don't really care about external noise, but we've earned respect now.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm thinking flag now, bro. Like,
Really. Full
yeah, I'm
belief.
there. I'm there. And I've
Wow.
been there. I've been there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now, what I saw tonight was a premiership side, premiership quality.
It was.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it was the game that a lot of people had been asking for. Like, can we bury a team? As I was walking back from the G to the train station tonight, had a few little mini conversations with people along the way, and the word bury, we finally buried a side. It kept getting said. Mate, I think probably in the first quarter, I mean, I got way too excited. I'm like, oh wow, is this us? Like, we've become the premiership side. And then I'm like, oh, just wait. Halftime, I'm like, just wait a little bit more. But even when Geelong came at us, even when they kicked 2 or 3 in a row, I think it was such confidence that we were fine. Really new experience for me tonight.
Yeah, when they were coming, especially in the third, I don't know. It was like a collective. It's all right. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's very unlike Carlton supporters. So it felt good to be at a game going in. We've just conceded 2 or 3 in a row, but we're all right. You know what I mean? It was fine. And in that last quarter, bro, like, I think we averaged just under. We kicked 9-1. 9-1. That's our best quarter I think of the year.
Wow.
It's look at what we scored against Geelong. I think in the first time we played them in the first quarter, 2-8, and then we kicked 9-1 in the second time we played them. That's the difference. 2-8, 9-1. Like that's the difference between a win and a loss, and that's something we've done really well over the last few weeks, especially. And the best thing, the master move, has been Williams to the forward line.
Yeah.
That has, and he didn't get much of the ball out of, he didn't kick a goal or anything tonight, but that has settled our back line. All of a sudden, we look so much more dangerous in the forward line. Like, always is playing out of his skin. And I watched Zach Williams closely tonight, and what he was able to do without the ball was just as important as what, an Akers was able to do with the ball tonight. So I think he might fly under the radar because he didn't hit the scoreboard. But man, the pressure he was able to apply. Same with Fogarty. We dominated him, man, and it was a pressure game, and we just maintained that pressure all night.
Yeah,
you don't want to play Carlton, bro. You don't want to play Carlton on a Friday night at the MCG.
No.
It's a horror show for you. It's a nightmare.
There was a moment with Zach Williams tonight, which I think is symbolic. And it actually happened all night. We lowered the eyes a lot tonight, but the low bullet to Matt Owies the run. I think I always missed the set shot anyway. But
Yeah,
that low bullet, we haven't had that. We don't.
We've always just gone long. Good call.
Yeah.
Great call out. When he did that, I thought he miskicked it.
Yeah.
So the angle we were on, it looked like he miskicked it.
Yeah.
And then watching the replay, he meant that. That was
Absolutely.
that was brilliant. And class, yeah, class kicking inside 50 is what we lacked for so long. You got a beautiful kicker like Zach Williams now. You've got a beautiful disposer like Jordan Boyd now. Charlie, when he plays up the ground, is brilliant. The pieces are coming together, and flag, bro, it's coming home. It's coming home. I'm calling it. It's coming home.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna be crying. We're all gonna be literally gonna be crying.
Oh, actual tears, like actual tears. And I don't even care.
I don't
Bring
care,
it.
man. I 100% will be crying when we win the flag. I know it.
Bro. I'll disappear for 2 weeks. I don't know what's going to happen to me, bro. This club, think about what this club means to all of us.
Yeah.
Look at the downs we've had. And yeah, it's going to be good, bro. It's going to be sweet. That's all I know.
Just want to enjoy it. Honestly, I just want to. It feels like we've
Yeah.
arrived, and this is the group, and they've figured themselves out a bit. And now, week to week, it's going to take a mighty effort to beat us. So good luck to whoever wants to try and do that, because they're just so professional now.
Bro, there was one play. I couldn't even tell you which play it was. It was in the final quarter. I think handballs, and it was one of those ones, broken tackles. And I was just watching, and I was like, we are the team. This is it. We are a great team. We are a great football team, and it's happening, as you said, bro. It's happening right before our eyes. It's special what's happening.
This is it.
It's a long season, bro, but good luck.
Absolutely.
Good luck beating Carlton on the G. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, mate, enjoy watching the replay however many times you want it.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to watch the replay.
Absolutely.
Thanks for calling in.
You too, bro. Anytime, brother. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. All right. Need a bit of Tyler in my life at the moment. That's what I want to see. Bit of Tyler. Get in here, mate. Come over here.
Hey, mate.
Hey, mate.
How you going?
Let me know about him, Tyler. Let me know, mate.
Come on, Terry. Fucking come on.
Unreal.
We fucking did it, Terry. But I just want to say, blink and you'll bloody miss it, mate.
Right?
You'll blink and you'll miss it. Fuck, that was a good game. That was a great game. So many highlights, so many things to talk about, Terry. It's crazy, mate. It's amazing to see this club come from where it was, from 2015 all the way back then to now. Amazing. What a turnaround.
Yeah.
What a build up. Like,
we've seen some shit, Tyler.
Mate, we have seen a lot of shit.
We've seen some shit, mate. Oh my god.
Oh, we've gone through it together, my friend. We have. But I think it was just mentioned before, but seriously, there are 4 numbers we need to remember through this entire game. So it goes 5, 6, 1, and 9.
5, 6, 1, and 9.
5 goals first quarter, 6 goals second quarter, 1 goal, unfortunately, third quarter, 9 goals fourth quarter. That was a domination.
Wow.
There were so many opportunities, but I will say this, look, there were so many opportunities that we had in the third quarter. That was just, we couldn't kick straight. Like that didn't help. I guarantee you we probably would have gone on to another 4-goal quarter or something like that. Like, we were on fire. We just didn't want to stop, and that was incredible, absolutely incredible. But key highlight, key players I'd like to mention. One that hasn't been mentioned yet, George Hewitt. Fuck, what a good game.
Great call. Finally, someone mentioned him.
Yep.
An hour and a half in.
Yeah, great play play from him, great game from him, especially like playing on the outside, feeding the ball, and like lowering the eyes. Like fuck, it was good to watch him have a good go. Other highlights, like obviously you got to say Cripps, like he was phenomenal. Kerno, Harry was also amazing. He was kicking beautifully tonight. Harry, absolutely clunking him. I just want to make mention.
Do you know what was rare about this one? Pre-game, we did a bit of a pre-game chat today for a couple of hours, and I think all throughout the week, people were saying, "Oh, what's your predictions?" Like, "Oh, Blues will win. Charlie will kick a bag." We've done that in the past, and it just hasn't come to fruition for whatever reason. To be fair, no one picked the margin, like a 10-goal belting. But
no
like,
one.
We'll beat them. Charlie kick a bag. Like, it just kind of happened as we wanted it to happen.
Yeah, it did. It honestly did. No one expected this win. I can tell you now. No. What I meant, not the win, how much we'd win by. No one expected that we'd come out and blow them out of the water. But I just want to highlight. So the best plays I've ever seen was, I think it was in the second quarter, was that Matt Owies goal. We were running through the centre, and fuck me, that was
unbelievable.
Perfection. That was clinical. That was footy. That was 100% pure football. That was amazing. And then the Sam Walsh goal, just him running through, and you could just see him. Like, you could see how he started off in the centre and he just worked his way forward, and you just see him running in the screen. You go, "Yep, Walshy, pivot, bang, goal, done."
Yeah,
incredible. Mate, I just can't believe it. Great freaking win. I've got a lot of respect for Geelong as well.
Yeah.
Got to say it.
Always.
And then also all the best to, I'm going to say it, to Tom Hawkins and all of that. Stellar career and all of that. I don't think we'll see him next year, Terry. I can be honest. I think, this will be the year. But look, he's had a good career and all of that. So you got to give it to him. I know this might be mentioned throughout the week. I don't know. It's probably going to be a talking point throughout the week. But Terry, goal or play on with the Jeremy Cameron goal? Was it a goal or was it play on?
Which one? The one at halftime?
The one at halftime.
I didn't even think of it, to be honest, in the moment. I remember him kicking a goal at halftime, but I didn't think of the play on moment.
Yep. So apparently, umpire called play on after the siren, and it was still allowed through. So that's going to be a talking point. But I just want to make a quick mention. I think we need to write a eulogy throughout the week. I think the holding the ball is officially dead.
Oh.
I couldn't freaking believe it. And then to hear, this is what was alarming. And as you said, like, some of the guys were mentioning how many tackles we'd laid throughout the game. Like, for God's sake, like, we were on top of the tackles, we were on top of the clearances, contested ball, we were on fire. But to get to halftime, and I'm just saying this for both teams, to have all those tackles laid and two holding the balls.
Is that right?
But for both sides at halftime was pathetic. 4 holding the balls were called throughout the entire half. The first half.
How about the Stengel incorrect disposal that wasn't called?
For the love of God.
Geelong goal. Motherfuckers. Unbelievable.
Oh,
seriously unbelievable.
Oh, I can't. I'm sick of it. I am just sick of it. Anyway, but like, fuck. I was at the point where my wife told me to calm down after the Jeremy Cameron goal, but then throughout the quarter, the chat was blowing up on the live, like ball all the time. It was being this. Pommy was losing it, but it was great. We loved every single minute of it. And this is the team, Terry. Finally, this is the team. This is not the 95 team. They're their own team now, and you could clearly see it. They were playing together, and you knew 100% we were on, especially with that Gov hit.
Yeah.
That was like, Geelong, get stuffed. I don't care who you are. We're coming for you. And by God, did we go for it? And that was a statement to the rest of the competition. We are back.
We've arrived.
We have arrived. The sleeping giant has awoken. The big four are back back. I'm just going to say it. We are one of the big four, and we are back. And I love to see all of these other clubs, the good old-fashioned clubs, getting back into the limelight as it should be. Bloody love it. We are going to a flag, Terry. We are going to a flag. We haven't witnessed one. And by God, we have got this. I reckon we've got it, Terry. My dad said it to me tonight. I reckon we've got it. I reckon we have it.
Wow.
This is it. This is it.
Stay healthy. Get the boys back.
Yep.
1 week at a time. We know
One
we're good
week
enough,
at a time.
and then we go.
Dare to dream, Terry. Dare to dream.
Yep. Very good. Tyler.
Up the baggers, Terry. Up the baggers.
See you, mate.
See you next week.
Amazing. Mozal, we need Media Watch back or Howlers of the Week. We do. You know what? We are very much due for a Media Watch. It will be back. Absolutely. I think there's a few more of you here that wrote in. Stephen Dunlop, $15, says, was good to bump into you, mate. What a win. Doesn't get much better. Go, you baggers. This win meant a lot, like I'm sure it did to all of us. Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. Carlton Edits, $3. Remember the theatre plan, right? Up the Blues. Cripsy TV became a member of the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Hey, if you guys would like to support the channel, get yourself a pin. Little BA pin right here. They're $17. When we win the flag, they go up to $18. When we win that flag, they go up to $19, so on and so forth. Just a reminder. The link is in the chat, the live chat. It's pinned to the top. All right, let's move along. Danielle, a.k.a. with the Sisterly Creations. Hello.
Hey, Tez. How are you?
The story there. No lights on.
I'm hiding on my balcony at the moment.
Wow.
So, yeah, all the family's asleep and I'm out on the balcony at a hotel and had a great night.
Love to see everyone's asleep.
Oh, yeah. Girls are asleep. Hubby's asleep. But, what a win. What an absolute, complete four-quarter game. So many highlights of that game. Just right at the start, TDK and his brother. That was so cool. Just watching Tom shove his brother out the way, give me that ball, get a goal, see you later.
It was so symbolic, wasn't it? I remember I didn't think of Sam De Koning playing in the ruck, and then got to the stadium, and then I saw him warming up with the midfielders, and I thought, are they actually going to do this? And then Tom pretty much shut that down pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yep. Put his foot down. The midfield, the handball chains throughout the game was amazing. Charlie kicking a bag. How long have we wanted to see that this year? And his tackle. Everyone's been saying, come on, Charlie, tackle. And yeah, he got one. He got a hold in the ball.
He did.
Tonight.
Yeah, he did.
So I was like, yes. Cowan's goal, his celebration. I was up after that. I was like, yes. It was, And then to hear Chris Scott, the press conference, what he had to say about Carlton.
What did he say?
Oh, he basically said how great we are. He said he doesn't usually talk about an opposition team. And he said how great we are, and something like it takes a really great side to, you know, come up against us like that. He just had praise for us. So you don't usually hear the opposition coach talking that highly of you. So that's worth a watch later on. And yeah. Yeah, it's been a tough week for me. I've been pretty sick, but that was a good win. Yeah.
How are you feeling now?
I've lost my voice. I think we made like 120 bracelets in the last week, and I had a pinched nerve, and I think I probably had bronchitis as well all in the same week. But we're at the end of it, and it was just such a great win. Such a team effort.
These made the debut. I had not worn these before. They made their debut tonight. Stronger together.
We had
Hang on. That's not working. It's not working. Why doesn't it zoom in?
It's a bit blurry.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Stronger together.
Yeah, we had quite a few people share their photos of them wearing them at the game tonight. So that's really cool. We've raised a bit of money that we'll be donating to the Respect program. So that was really nice to see too, just that tribute before the game. And yeah, how was the game? How was the atmosphere over there tonight?
It was party time. You know, I had these blokes sitting 2 or 3 rows behind me. I was with my sister, my brother, and my housemate. And they, I don't know. I don't know if they were Geelong supporters. They said that they didn't support any team, but they were just talking rubbish. They were making fun of us. They called us wogs at one point. They were making fun of like our European heritage. And I'm like, all right, just sort of like, you know, all right, just chill, because we were getting excited after goals, and then like they were sort of making fun of us. And then the margin kind of blew out a little bit, where I realized I'm pretty sure we've got the win. And then Steph's a firecracker. You do not mess with Steph. You don't. And one of them turned to her and said, "Oh, like, don't swear," or something like that. And just to watch them just wriggle back into their place was bloody amazing. It was so good.
One of those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There was someone in the chat saying that they didn't feel that atmosphere was that great in between goals.
Really?
Yeah, they were saying that it was a bit on the quiet side in between goals.
I don't know. I was pretty entertained tonight. Some of the things that they were doing tonight, some of the quick handball chains they were doing, I was pretty impressed with. But I don't know. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it.
It was so good to watch. Like, it was just, even the third quarter, I still felt like we dominated that quarter. We were inaccurate.
Yeah.
Because we scored quite a few behinds. But I still think we played quite well in that quarter. So
yeah,
it was just a very classy 4 quarters, I feel, of football, and it's so good to see that. And it was the first game that I've actually felt really relaxed in the whole game. Like, even when they kicked those 3 goals.
Yeah.
In the end of the third quarter, I was like, nah, I'm good. And I haven't felt that really this year. Like, this is probably the first time I'm like, yeah. So the boys have got that confidence, and I think we're starting to get that confidence in them as well as a supporter base.
It's good. Well, enjoy it. Enjoy it while it's here. And thanks so much for calling in. And thanks for everything you and the girls do with the bracelets. And we love having you around.
I'll have to get them on another time when we play earlier.
Yeah.
So,
next week, 3:20 p.m.
Yeah, might be a good one.
Yeah. Thanks, Danielle.
All right. Take care, Tess.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Jeff from Thailand. We're going to get him in.
Good day.
Here he
How
is.
are you, mate?
He is here, mate. We are good. How are you?
Good, mate. I'm down in the cafe tonight, so it's very noisy.
Oh, wow. It's pumping. Sawadee Cup.
Sawadee Cup. Yeah.
Oh, am I on the TV?
Yeah, look, you're on the TV.
Hilarious.
Oh, mate, too much red wine, too much football.
That's brilliant.
38.
Mate, how good was that?
38 degrees today, mate. Oh,
Wow.
look, the young lady you had before, who her father said he saw the 95 grand final, as I did.
Yep.
And he said, we have not seen a team since then.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you tonight, what we saw tonight was better than then.
Really?
And in that season, we lost 2 games, one to the Swans and one to the Saints. Right? The way they hunted and pressured, I mean, that's the best game I've seen Cripps play ever. Absolutely ever. And Walshy, he's slipping tackles and he just keeps running and running and running. What an amazing display of football. I mean, no one can beat Carlton playing like that. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
No.
No.
It's just ridiculous, mate. I was in awe. I've drunk a bottle of whiskey. I just couldn't believe it. I thought, holy shit, this is nuts. Flag, mate, not one flag. You're probably looking at 3 or 4 flags.
Wow.
Because look, you got to look what's happening in the background. You've got all the coaches. You've got Vossi, you got Cookie there, and Nick Austin doing the recruiting. Right, everything's changed at the club. The dynamics changed. We had dead wood in there for too long. I tell you what, book your finals tickets, mate. Book your grand final ticket.
Hey,
Carlton's
I'm ready.
coming.
I'm ready for it.
What do you reckon, Terry, about blokes like Chin Cotter stepping in and doing what he does? He lifts the team. And even Horatio Fantasia today, his delivery and vision is just really good. Really
Yeah.
good. Vossi, Owies owned that first 2 quarters, mate. I think in the chat, in Pommy's chat, they were calling him Mowies. He was mowing them down. You got to love Cohen and Kempy infiltrating and look, Nick Newman, honestly, geez, he worked. He got so much ball. You can go on and on and on. Just mark down every position, every guy on the bench. They're all superstars. There is not one weak component in that club. And the beauty of it is now they're all starting to work together and wanting to work together. They want it. They're hungry. They're hunting like they said they're predators.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anyone tear Geelong up like that. They just mangled them. They totally mangled them.
Well, that's
10
been
goals, Terry. 10 goals is just ridiculous.
That's been what they do to us for a long time.
Yep. You wait till what they do to Richmond next week, right? Now, and you poor old Chair and Motlop have got no hope.
No.
Honestly. But fair dinkum, what this is, I'll be back in Melbourne. I'm gonna start booking corporate grand final tickets or something. I don't know.
No, you have to. You can't miss this. You can't miss this flag.
No, I won't be. I was talking to my son at halftime in he lives in bloody Roeville. He was watching it and he said, Dad, how sick's this? He said, he's just mangle them to bits. They're just ripping them up. One thing that I did see in the third quarter at the 10-minute mark, we stumbled and looked tired, right? The other thing is umpiring. We always have to beat the umpire.
Yep.
This holding the ball crap. I mean, there was tackles tonight that Carlton guys, and they dropped the ball, and there was no free kick. You've seriously got to outplay the umpires, and when you do play like this, the umpiring has no impact.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. When you win by 10 goals, it doesn't matter. because when we were winning by a kick, it does matter. But now when you're winning by 10 bloody goals, mate, who gives a shit? You know? And that umpire's an idiot. Cameron ran off the line after the siren. You can't play on. You cannot play on.
Yeah.
He ran off the line, and that wasn't a goal. But
The beauty of it is it didn't matter. You're right. There's 10 or 15% of a game that is. I mean, there's a lot of it that's not in your control. But I felt like we had a lot of that game in our control. Umpiring, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it'll go your way, sometimes it won't.
They get more. I mean, I feel sorry for them because they're confused. And look, the accountability for umpires is zero. It's like the government. Say anything against the government, and they'll shut your bloody Facebook down. You know,
yeah,
it's the same sort of deal. But I tell you what, this is a year, and even if we don't win it this year, it doesn't matter because we've got the depth. Look at the injuries we had at the beginning of the year, and these guys were coming in green, and we were winning games.
Yeah.
Now they've got confidence. Now they're getting angry. They're getting aggressive like Chincotta. Look at Chincotta, what he does. He dispossesses people, goes to ground, picks the ball up and disposes of it with 100% percentage rate.
Well,
the guys,
he had Stuart rushing.
You know, he'd be getting Brownlow votes. Nick Newman. Look, the pressure that Zach Williams puts on in the forward line has changed that, you know, like he's really, really commanding and helping. I don't know, Terry, it's going to be fantastic, mate. There's a lot of people out there that are going to be extremely happy for the next, I reckon, 10 years.
Yeah.
Because they have a system now that they can keep recruiting and recruiting. And these injuries that we had last year, this year, have put the younger guys, the Cowans and the Kemps and that in the fray, you know, and that's been brilliant. And I did say the other night, if Marchbanks plays, we lose because Marchie can't put that pressure on.
Yeah,
he's not that good,
yeah.
and his disposal is terrible. The poor guy has injury problems for so long he can't get a run and improve his game.
Yeah.
He's always on the back, you know, and it's a shame, you know, because he did have talent, but. Look, fantastic, Terry. Oh, look, I hope my BA pin comes.
It's on the way. I have sent it. It's on the way.
Yeah, because the website, if I put a 5-digit postcode in it, the website goes tilt. What I should have done was I didn't know your email, so I know it now. So I should have emailed you the actual address.
Yeah. It should arrive by the time you come on the fan cams next Sunday. So if it doesn't, I'll send you a couple more.
It'll be on the app. And get ready, baggers. Get ready, baggers. We're in for one hell of a good time. And keep this channel going, mate. You're doing a great job. Great service to the people. And Pommy, a fantastic individual. He was going absolutely berserk today on the live. I loved it. And me mate Gavin, actually he's my son's mate, Gavin. They used to come up on a Friday night to Seville at the property, and we'd have a few beers by the fire and watch the footy with Gav and my son Jazz.
Yeah.
He's at Noosa at the moment, so I'm going to go. My mum's up there, so I've got to go up there and see him. But thanks, Terry.
Good on you, mate. Thanks,
and
Jeff.
Go Baggers and everyone concerned. Keep it up. Support the channel. Support these guys. They're doing a magnificent job. Get everyone going. We'll all enjoy it.
See ya. Go Blues.
Bye-bye.
Cam.
Terry.
Mate, how are you?
I'm good. I actually haven't watched this game yet. I'm just watching Matt Owies kick his goal after he tackles Zach Tui near the end of the second quarter.
Okay.
So yeah, didn't get to watch the game tonight. But what a game.
It was a good game. Yeah.
As you said, we did to them what they did to us for so long.
Yeah, it's good to turn the tides, and it's good to be the bigger brother to Geelong for once. Yeah.
It's interesting. I picked the quiz game just kind of out of the blue, no real reason why. But they kicked 22-8, 140. We kicked 63 points that game.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty similar in reverse tonight.
Wait, so do you know exactly what happens in the game? Am I going to spoil it if I talk to you about the game?
I was watching the scores. I was just out for the night, so I haven't actually watched it fully.
Yep, fair. What does the win mean for you?
It shows us where we're at. We're second. We're clear. We're a game clear in second. We're it's in our hands now. It's not up to anyone else. We've got it in our path.
Yeah, and you're in full belief that they can get it done.
I would say full belief they're going to finish in the top 2.
Yeah.
Anything can happen from there. As we saw last year, you can hit form at the right time. So things can change in 3 months' time. The season's wide open for us and any other team. Sydney have been good, but teams can go hard early as well too. So it's hard for them to maintain their level for an entire season.
Yeah,
as well.
No, fair, mate. Love it. Thank you so much for calling in.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of your night. Maybe you'll be done by 2, 3 a.m.
We'll see what happens. Cheers, mate.
GBs. Go Blues.
See ya. Chris Beach.
Esther, I'll just copy the Walshy rush off. That was just, what the hell happened there? I mean, Jesus. Then, of course, the Cowan move for the first goal. People saying that it was dead between goals. Nah. That we were up and about for that one. I can tell you that now. Absolutely.
Goodness me, mate. I think last time you came on was after Essendon. You were up and about. It was an important win. We needed to see it. It was the closing of that chapter. And then there was a bit of feeling that this would be hopefully the beginning of the second half, the chapter of the second half of the season. And we needed to start off on the right foot. And shit, if that's a sign of things to come, it's party time.
Fucking knows, mate. Fucking knows. I mean, I thought people were telling me we're going to win tonight. We'll absolutely spank them. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, look, I'll just be happy with anywhere near 20 points or whatever. I'm expecting Geelong to make a good game of it. We'll probably kick away in the end and, still come away with the points. But fucking hell, no one told me we were going to win by 63. Not even me.
No, not even the most optimistic of optimists. Yeah. How do you feel about everything that's happened so far now with this win now?
Well, I feel a little bit of the head wobbles. I mean, let's be honest. We beat a former premiership side this decade, who had an aging list. Dangerfield had his first game back in at least 2 months, maybe a little bit more. Stewart was held. I mean, okay, he had his moments here and there, but he was held by Chincotta. Chincotta put him in another cage with the rest of them. So, that was incredible. Hawkins did nothing. Cameron had his moments. Orazio had his moments. But you know what? A win's a win, mate. And it's about time we put the foot down on a club like them because, as I said to you last week, we've been crying out for something like this. And for it to be a 60-plus point win, that's something that will boost the boys' confidence. And they'll be bouncing for next week.
Mate, it ended up being a percentage boosting game. I think we gained 5%. I think we were 109% before the game. Now we're 114.5. Like, I would have taken a 3-goal win pre-game if you had asked me.
Yeah, I was thinking about the 3 goals. I was thinking maybe about 20 points. But that was just something else.
Yeah.
Charlie kicking goals, H kicking goals, always showing his passion as per usual. I mean, also, we got to remember, right? Cripps had 41 and he had no marks for the game. A
True.
dark egg for the marks. Then, of course, Walshy must have hit something that made him click because he came back to his best. Koken beat his brother quite handsomely. 25 disposals there and 20 of them were contested. And then, as I said, Chincotta shut down Stewart. He might have had a few moments here and there, but Chincotta just shut him out. Kicked a couple goals himself. Mate, I could go on all night at this point.
It's a special time, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All geared up for next Sunday. Tigers at the
Mate,
MCG.
Mate, we're coming for them. And I mean, okay, they had Lynch and Co come back for the Hawks game.
Yeah.
I reckon they might have done the same thing they did against us, rushed them back a bit because they still looked a little underdone in my view. But we'll see what happens there.
See you next Sunday, Beachy.
Too easy, Matt.
Evan.
Oh boy. Can you believe it?
I can't.
In a word, ominous. Ominous. Like, fuck, man. Like, that was one of those performances where
Oh, wait,
they're going in.
Sorry to interrupt. You're like very loud.
Oh, am I?
You're
Let
like,
me say,
it's like very, very loud.
is that better?
A little bit.
Or is that better?
How do I explain it? Do you know when like
Yeah,
someone's talking in a microphone and it's like super, super in your voice, like in your?
I've just chucked off the headphones. Is that better?
That's better. That's better. Yep.
All right. Now I've lost a bit of you, but to go on, what do you even say after that?
You just enjoy it, right?
Yeah, well, that's it. You've got to take these wins. Like, that's it. It's about the journey, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every little step along the way, you just got to embrace it and enjoy it, I think.
You mentioned 2018 before, and like you go to those games knowing you were going to get pumped, but you go, and now you go in knowing that, all right, we're here to play. We're a proper team. And I just think, I just got to say, the disrespect Chris Scott had to not have a proper ruckman in, the disrespect. Like, come on. What did he think he was going to achieve with that?
Well, he found out the hard way.
Crazy. But Nick Newman just continues to be Nick Newman. Matty Kennedy, Matty Kennedy's fighting for his spot in that team, and drop him if you can. Good luck.
Yeah.
Orazio Fantasia, like, give a guy his flowers, man. Like, sometimes you hear the moans and groans in the crowd. Can we just get over that?
Surely
happens with Lewis Young when he's in the team too, and I think, we could be a bit better than that. But that's aside. Like, that was just an A1 performance. And coming out of the game, all the kids, man, the little kids, they were so psyched. They were so pumped and, like, dare I say, arrogant. And that's for the fans, man. The team's not arrogant. They know what their task is. That's for the fans. And, I was up in level 3 where it's pretty quiet, but man, it was like a fucking party up there, man.
Really?
Yeah. Where were you seated?
I was level 2 on the wing. I had a really nice spot tonight.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
How's the vibe
really,
down there?
like at the front, row A, level 2. It was awesome. Carlton supporters everywhere. Mentioned earlier, I had these 2 guys, 2 or 3 guys, a couple of rows behind me. They tried to get a little bit smart, and then just pretty much got put in their place by the performance. Like, usually that happens in the crowd, and you can't say much because we're not good enough. But this time around, it was like it didn't need to say much. Then they started getting a little defensive. It was great watching them.
Man, like, for real, man. That just the vibe, like. It's one of those things, like, last few weeks, the form has been strong, but you you're not sure where the ceiling is. And after a performance like that, you're like, oh, like, I think there's still more than that to come.
Yeah.
I think we're not. I don't want us to be the second best team, man. I want us to be the best team, and that's just what it is. And TDK, I got a pack of cards at the game, and I opened it up, and there was this TDK card, just staring at me. This guy, and I thought, I'm not particularly like a superstitious or spiritual person, but man, I'm starting to believe now. I mean, I always believed in the team, but sometimes you're like these omens they're real.
It's special.
Oh,
it's special.
Cool. I'm still buzzing, man. Like, and what I said earlier in the chat today when you went live, the bigger the margin, the longer the fan cams will go. Sorry about that.
Oh shit. No, I don't mind.
Hey,
I don't mind.
you know what it is.
These are there'll come a time where
These are special times, Terry. Like, you and me, like, I'm guessing you're in your 30s, yeah?
33.
Yeah. We haven't seen a team like this, have we?
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Like, as I say, go back to 2018, just being like, oh, we're going to have to rebuild this team again. And all that's just well and truly behind us. And I've said this before, like, I don't think we are the most talented team. Like, I look at a team like GWS or Sydney, and they're just stacked. What we have is just ticker.
Yeah.
The heart. Oh.
It's good.
Anyway, I know you got a lot of people in chat, so I'll let you get to them.
Absolutely, mate. Thanks so much for calling in. Appreciate it.
Come on. Cheers, Terry.
See you, mate. What do we got here? Endo Vocals with the $15 says, "G'day from WA, up the baggers." G'day, mate. All right, let's move along. Aiden, hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? You should put your camera.
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, okay, like this. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Like that? Yeah. Okay, nice.
Put your camera in line with your eyes. That's the tip.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that tip, by the way. I'll learn for next week.
There you go. Talk to me.
Far out. What do you call it? You had someone before, a couple people that saw 95, and I even have a relative, and obviously my dad, Michael, a lot of relatives that they saw 95, and if they're saying that we are better than that team, then far out, we are in for a wild ride. Like, it's pretty. Like I was thinking about before, like I'm pretty sure that we are now going to finally see 3, 4, 5 generations now witness something pretty special.
Well, I'm very excited about tonight, but I do think we need to win. I do think we need to win a flag before we compare.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I know. But no, I don't know. Like my relative was saying, if you're like talking about like the athlete and all that, then like this current Carlton side would kill them by far, and that's pretty scary to say.
Yeah.
But
I think it's just more. I think it's just more. I think what it's saying is to even compare this side to that team is probably supposed to show, the respect that they're starting to get from the supporters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they're better right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? Fuck it. Get excited, mate. They're better than 95.
Who cares? Yeah. Yeah, I know. But like, what club are we going to celebrate at? That's the thing. Like, we need to book something out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But what do you call it? Even if you got Chris Scott literally saying he's never seen a side that's killed Geelong like that before, then that's pretty that's something. That's unreal. Like, I cannot believe what I witnessed tonight. And yeah, the only issue that I had was the over handballing, which resulted in congestion a little bit. I felt like we didn't really kick it as much. We just love handballing, but it obviously resulted to that goal from Walsh, which that was just a piss take. Like, I looked at that, I'm like, far out. Fuck me, we're so good, man. Like, I can't, like, I'm like, fuck, it's unreal. But look, I've been saying this. If we've got a fully fit back six for the whole year, I do reckon that will be the sole reason why we may clinch this flag, to be honest with you, because we saw last year, like with a fully fit back six, then they can take us whenever. And I do think that our back six is a solid reason for how we're playing very well. Like Sard and Gav, it's only two players that can fix our structure, and it shows a massive difference as well. And people said that the crowd was a bit quiet for goals, and I was at the game today, obviously, and I felt like when Cowan kicked that goal, the whole place erupted. I don't know if it was from your bay, but from my bay, when he kicked that, the noise was just unreal. But yeah, what do you think about it?
Man, I'm stoked.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I was speechless probably for the first hour of the fan cams, and
Yeah.
now it's kind of kicking in. Like, we belted Geelong tonight. Absolutely, completely belted them. Honestly, to the point where I looked at it, I'm like, is this a confidence-shattering loss for Geelong? Like, not season-ending loss, but like, is it just one of those? There was, I don't know, it was just so dominant. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Even when Geelong were like kind of coming back a little bit, like you could still, like, for me personally, I could still see like around me, like the crowd, they still had like a trust and belief around me that the boys would like obviously pull like something out. Because I said to my cousin that was with me, I said, we're gonna peak in the fourth quarter and we'll kill them off, and that's what they did. And there's now a trust within the whole fan base with this group, which is what we've been crying out for a lot of years now, and it's finally come. And yeah, far out. What a time to hopefully now peak.
Mate,
hopefully,
we've got 9 more rounds. I think it is 9 more rounds to go. We just got to literally go one by one, get to the final series. Hopefully, get some good health. A magical run of health would be awesome, and then it all starts again. Yeah, before we know it, we're going to be talking about, season review. So we should just soak it up while we got it.
Look, forget about top 4. Like, we should be aiming for top 2 now. Like, I know that top 2 is probably like the priority, but we got top 2 in our hands now. If we're able to clinch top 2 and play an interstate team or someone else, then, and if we win that, then I've said this to my dad, if we win our home final qualifying, we'll probably win the whole thing. And I've never been this confident on this on our club before, honestly. Like, I'm very confident that they can do something special.
It's cool. It's really cool to see, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll see you next week. Yep.
Yeah, sure, man. I was going to say, what's the plans for the weekend? I'm going to watch the replay a couple times.
I'm going to watch the replay about 1,700 times. I'm going to call my dad tomorrow. Because he was in a remote area, he couldn't watch the game. So I was just texting him. He only saw the final result. So I'll probably go get dinner with him and just, tell him all about it. Mark was there today. So, he's really, he has faith now that we're the real deal. And, I've got a couple workmates from work that are Tigers supporters, and we'll see how they feel after tonight. So,
sounds good. Thanks so much for calling in.
All good, man. I'll text you. See ya.
Bye. Aziz, you are calling from...
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Hello. This is my first time. I think I met you one time at a training ground, but I'm finally here. I'm calling in from Germany. I watched my dream game, Italy versus Spain, last night in Gelsenkirchen, which was absolutely unreal. So I'm just in my Airbnb at the moment. Just wanted to jump on. I ended up watching the game at a couple of cafes.
Thank you so much for calling. Where in Germany are you at the moment?
I'm in Essen, which is like the closest town to where the stadium is.
Yeah, incredible. Wow, that's
very lucky, I would say, to the supporter base. If you do get the chance, if you're fortunate enough to go up and go and watch international football, because it's unreal.
Yeah,
the vibe's crazy,
mate.
But anyways,
what do you think?
I thought it was great. I think as a supporter base, this is the type of game we like to see. I think when it's close, we get a little, obviously, from the torment that we faced, a bit nervy. I'd definitely get nervy when we're not 3-4 goals in front. But I think at this game we were, and we were just absolutely dominated. Very similar to how Spain played last night. And I was just happy. I was smiling. There's some amazing runs of play. A bunch of people talked on the the Owies goal and they were handballing through. I thought that was nuts. I screamed in the cafe I was in. I thought it was very funny, the Elijah Hollands goal where he passed it on to McGovern to score it. They ruled it out, and he's like, stuff that, let's go again. And he ends up putting it through.
We celebrated so heavily when McGovern kicked that goal because obviously I can't hear commentary during the game while I'm there. I don't listen to radio while I'm watching the game as well. So it was like an anticlimax, but I still had this feeling Elijah would still kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. What else? I put some talking points. I think, TDK, everyone got his praise. He did amazing today. I thought his aggression was unreal. Even after someone had kicked the ball, he would still go for the tackle. He'd never give up on that tackle, which I thought was just unreal for someone of his size. Definitely modelling after Brody Grundy, doing a great job. Lesser shout out, just because he's so reliable, Mr. Blake Acres.
Yeah.
Just Mr. Reliable. Just does what he needs to do, takes the mark when he needs to. Great at pushing it out. Very, very solid. That's the majority of it. I thought, like you said, it does help out with the percentage, and I think percentage is going to come important the latter half. It was definitely important the first half of the season.
What do you think is a percentage to aim for? Like, what's the consensus percentage that you want? Is it 120?
I would say 120, yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I'd say 120. It just puts you in a competitive position. You still do all right when you're in the teens, but once you hit in 120, it's pretty solid at that point.
Yeah, fair.
Question for you. Oh, sorry, my bad. Question for you. If there was anyone you could bring in to debut, given our position right now, who would it be and why?
No one.
No one? All right. I thought so.
I'm not. I mean, this is the hardest team to crack into that I've watched. So I wouldn't be debut. I mean, okay, if we're going to rest players, you mean?
Yeah. Say we rest players.
If we're going to have a week where we've tied up a certain spot on the ladder and we're resting players, well, Binns. Oh no, Binns is played, but
yes,
I want to see him play properly. I don't know. Probably Billy. I like Billy.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Billy Wilson.
Yeah, a new kid on the block. Looks like he's going to be good.
Yeah. Hey, where are you from in Melbourne? You from Melbourne?
Yeah, I'm from Melbourne. I'm in Wanturna.
Oh, good.
Knox area, east.
How long are you away for?
I'm going for a month, so a few more days in Germany, then Milan, Barcelona, London for work, and then Serbia for a big festival, which will be fun.
Elite. Which festival?
Exit Festival.
Oh, mate.
Do you have any stories? You can text me after if you've got any.
Not for the fan cams.
Okay. That'll be fun. All right, that's sort of it from me. Up the baggers. And Terry, I just wanted to say thank you and to the BA channel. I wasn't a fan for a long time during our really dark years. It just cut off. 2016 to 2018, I just stopped watching. So I found your channel, 2019, 2020, and it got me back into supporting hard. So up the baggers, I've got full faith we can do it. So just wanted to thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, mate. Very humbling. Have a good night.
Okay. Thanks, mate. See you guys.
Wow, that's deep. Dieter.
Terry Degani. Good evening.
Good evening. Good morning.
Good morning. It's 1:32 on Saturday, the 22nd of June. And we're still here, and we've got Aziz in Deutschland. Schönen guten Tag, Aziz. Good on you, mate. You get into it.
Yeah.
Terry, long-time fan of the fan cams, but first-time appearance tonight. I think I'm the oldest member of the fan cams tonight. There might have been one other chap, maybe. But as you get older, you get more reflective, Tez. And mate, for what it's worth, I turned 50 years old tomorrow. And what I saw tonight reminded me of the Carlton Football Club that I knew as a kid.
Really?
Mate, we were skillful. We were quick. But for me, the best thing tonight is we were powerful. And we did a Carlton People episode earlier on this year, and the thing I sort of kept coming back to was that we are powerful. Tonight, mate, when we put it together, I don't think there's many that can keep up with us. Don't write off the Swans. I know people say, oh, it's a crappy little ground in Sydney, and it is. It's like a junior footy ground, and they play a funny little style there, and the MCG is very different. But don't write them off. They've only lost one game. They're a good side.
They are.
And it's time for us to write a new chapter, Terry. I don't want any comparisons to 1995 in my mind. Or, mate, I was lucky. I saw 79, 81, 82, 87, 95. Very lucky. Plus 3 losing grand finals. But that was then. It's time for us to write a new chapter and win number 17. And when we do that, we'll go back on top of the all-time VFL, AFL, most premierships in the competition. And it's really tough to do, mate. It's tough to do, but I think genuinely, and the reason I'm ringing tonight and coming in on the fan cams tonight for the first time is that for the first time in 25 years, mate, a quarter of a century, I can see us doing it now.
Wow.
I can see us doing it for the first time in 25 years because not the emotion. I get emotional. I love it. But the data is telling us now, the data, take the emotion out. It's pretty hard. We all love it. And, go with it. We've had a lean period. So go with it. Enjoy it. But the data is saying now that we are 21 wins and 6 losses in the last 27. That's as good a form line as you'll see, really, in the AFL. And
Yeah.
if you were to tell me, Tez, that tonight that captain legend picks up 41 touches, but the leading point scorer on the ground most effective is a young ruckman, Tom DeConnick. More effective than Patrick Cripps with 41 touches or Walshy with 30, whatever. Mate, this has got something special written on it. Long way to go. We're halfway through in some ways. And in that Sydney game, don't forget, take away the emotion, Tez. The data said we had 15 players unavailable that night. 15, mate. Okay, no excuses. We go up, did our best, got in front early. But the reality is, if you have 15 players unavailable and you got one listed player in your VFL, that's over the tipping point. I'm sorry, that's over the tipping point. Whether it's in Melbourne or Sydney, it doesn't matter. But tonight we're seeing guys like Boyd, Kemp, Chincotta, Cowan, Fogarty. I mean, these are the guys making us better now. These are the guys that are giving us depth because they're winning their position every week. And we've got Ches and Cots to come back to put pressure on those spots. But they don't walk into this team right now, as good as they are. Ches is a great player. He's not walking into this team next week. He's got to fight for his spot like Cots does.
Yeah.
So this, for me, mate, is the reason why I think for the first time in 25 years, we've got a legitimate shout to be there on the last day in September. But there's a lot of work to do. You need luck with your injuries to key players. But, mate, the best thing for me tonight watching, and my son is in that group, 11 years old, has only seen awful footy for his 11 years, the majority of his 11 years, is the young people loving it, mate. Boys and girls, young men and women, up to the age of, let's call it 36, 37, because your memories of footy start from about 5 or 6, really.
Yeah.
Anyone 36 or less, and you're in that category, most people on the calls tonight are in that category, you've not witnessed this, ever.
No.
But we're not done. Okay, I just want to send that salient message to people. We're not done until we win something.
Yes. I took a moment after the game with my brother and my sister. They're both younger than me. And I mean, I'm not an experienced Carlton supporter and I haven't watched the Golden Era, but I had this weird understanding to tell them, bookmark this night. We'll remember this night as the one where it began. Like this was the the coming of the second or the next coming of Carlton. I really did feel it. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself in saying that, but I really did feel that was different tonight.
It was different tonight because we dismantled a team full of experience.
Yeah.
Cam Guthrie is their only first 22 player that's missing. The
Yeah.
only one tonight. And we not only beat them, we clearly put them to the sword. And why it was different for me tonight, our strength in the tackle and then turning that over into scoring chances, handballs forward of the pack, not winning the clearance, going back to go forward, winning the clearance, going forward, moving the ball quickly. There's not many teams stopping that, Tez. When we're like that and get used to being like that, mate, I don't want to shout too early. Been around too long for that. But what we're seeing here is a team that is capable of winning a flag.
Wow.
First out of 18 teams. It's hard to do, mate.
Yeah. Incredibly
But what
hard.
we're seeing tonight, man, we believe in it now.
Yeah.
And these players, the minute they get belief, like Jurgen Klopp did at Liverpool, don't hope for something, believe for something. That's when you know you're at a point where you can get it done. And watching them tonight, we were so professional and powerful. And it's so good.
So what happens now? We've found this belief. Does it just keep compounding? Like, what happens?
Absolutely. We're going to have games where we play really well. We're going to have games where we play don't so well. But the hallmark, I think, of when you're at your best is when you walk away from a 4 or 5 goal win and say, that was a little bit average today. We were okay for a 4 or 5 goal win, where in the past we would have loved that. Mate, that's a margin. But when you get used to being high performance, especially as some of the teams we haven't played yet, and we haven't played some of the teams that are right down the bottom of this table, I'd like to see us really put them to the sword and annihilate them. Because at that point, you start to exert yourself. From here, the only thing that gets difficult is injuries to key players, and that can happen to any team any week.
Yeah.
But we went 10-4 before tonight with a load of injuries, the most injuries in the competition to first 22 players.
Yeah.
That's the data point for me, mate. That's the strongest point because we knew what was coming back. And now they're coming back and got a few games in, and there's still a few to come. We're going to get even better because they're going to fight for spots to play in finals, and they're going to fight for spots, hopefully, to play in a grand final and earn the right to play off that last day.
Wow.
How good's that, mate? How good is it?
Mate, the dream come true, but I want to see it come true fully.
Me too. Stick with it.
Yeah.
And everybody come on the ride. But my only caution is that we haven't done anything till you lift silverware.
Yeah.
And then you've earned the right to number 17. And then who knows after that. But let's get this done first. And why can't it be 2024? There's no reason it can't be 2024.
No, not at all.
We don't fear anyone today. They fear us today.
Amen.
How long has it been since we've said that, mate?
Forever for me.
Forever for you. 1999, mate. Last grand final, and we lost it. But you have to do something to play in a grand final.
That's true. That's very true.
Right? It's 24 years, mate. It's a quarter of a century. Year inclusive. It's 24th century.
That's true.
So loving seeing the young people getting up and about. Enjoy it. Many haven't seen it before. The smiles on the faces for me as an old bloke, that's the best part for me of the footy now. Performance, awesome. Seeing the young people enjoy wearing their navy blue and white with some pride, not feeling embarrassed anymore. That's the best bit for this old bloke, mate.
Absolutely.
New generation of fans for a new generation team.
Yeah. Well said. Thank you so much for calling in.
Pleasure.
See you, mate.
Good night, mate.
We've got Wayne and Pops.
Oh, Tez. Good evening, or good morning, I should say, Terry. How are you, buddy? Happy morning.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm overtired now. Lost the voice. Overtired. Over. Got 2 points for you, Terry.
Yeah.
We had 12 goal kickers tonight.
Really?
Last night. 12 goal kickers, right? And it's our highest score against Geelong since 1995.
There you go.
I just want to
There
give
you
a
go.
massive shout out to, like, we were great, but I want to give a massive shout out to our fans during the song. Like, not a Carlton supporter had left. I reckon everyone was still there.
Yeah.
Just the first iteration of the song. I think everyone was there like 5 to 10 minutes after the fact. Like, people's manners went out the window, I tell you. No one gave a shit. And I want to say a big up yours to that freaking Geelong supporter that was waving his flat, like his scarf in front of us, and for making sure we can't watch the football, and his 6 friends.
Oh, what a
Well, we
peanut.
played Geelong, yeah.
This year. That was painful.
Yeah.
And oh man, when Moo kicked that goal, I was off my seat, man. I was shaking.
Did you hear the move going right through the stadium?
All the way through.
All
Yeah.
the way. Unbelievable.
There's an
Oh,
incredible
God.
photo of him as well that
Yeah.
they snapped.
Yeah.
I ran into Sellers at halftime, had a quick hello. It was only about 10 seconds, but it was what a lovely man he is, I have to say. Mark McClure is awesome. Hey, Terry,
Yeah.
new design for the pin. Can you see that?
Oh, mate, absolutely. We're going to turn this logo into a pin, no doubt.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
And then put like the flames and stuff on
Put
one
it up
side.
again.
And then
Show it again.
flames on one side, man.
Yeah.
Flames. Imagine the flames.
You can put an 18 on the top of that too. Oh, when I told you, when I've been talking to you, just chatting to you, and I've said to you that wait until you know that you see the team and you know what to expect, and they do that. They did it again in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Oh man.
A little bit of luck. We could have kicked another 2 or 3 goals in the third quarter and it would have been a bigger margin, but that feeling is the same as the other fella. The fella that was just on, he's 50 and I'm 73 coming
Wow,
on
there
to
you
you.
Wow.
Have you
And I've
noticed?
seen
Oh, you're
more.
going here. Sorry.
I've seen more, so I've seen the others as well, but it's the feeling, Terry.
Yeah.
It's the feeling.
Do we look a bit better to you, Terry, at the moment? A little bit more high res?
More high res, and you're in the
I
frame a
got
little
into
bit better today.
I got into I logged on the phone, but then I had to do the switcheroo and managed to put it on the laptop. So it looks technically it's a tablet, not a laptop, but man, this camera looks great, man.
Yeah.
Who was your best 20 today?
Who's your best 23, considering?
Yeah. I mean,
me.
it was just the best overall performance I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
It's
So
time to stay
dominant.
up, watch the replay,
They
put
just-
the jug on.
They just absolutely put them to sleep. Didn't give them a sniff. They had it was 16 free kicks to 22 in their favour.
Yeah, it was 17 to 13 at one stage, at
16
about
to
half
20,
time.
Yeah, but we just didn't give them a stiff, and they just bolted. They just belted them. We won on every line, I reckon.
Yeah, even though I'll use my usual umpire gripes, I still think that last fortnight, like, weren't the umpires supposed to be holding the ball for dispossession I think the umpires need a bit more accountability. I think they've been given a bit too much power. I think
they've been
it's gone to
protected
their
a little
head
bit too much.
Yeah.
Like, I just watched a replay of like a 70s thing where one of the players knocked out the umpire. You remember that?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Oh,
yeah.
But
no, it's good. It was a
yeah,
good
that's
night.
gone. But God,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't even it's probably going to take me a good 2 to 3 days to process that. I'm as a lot of people, it's good to see the younger generation come through.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just glad
true, it
that
is
no one had to go through the school pains that we went through, all those years of bullying or, I can't my shit. Yeah. Oh, man, it's just,
I've been there, done that, but it's always good when it comes back.
Oh, Pops that Pop would be proud. I reckon our Fevs would be very, very proud of how we're tracking.
Yeah.
And I miss him. And I think about him. I think he'd love the state of our game as it is now, nice and fast paced, throwing a bit of action and the tackling pressure.
Pity we couldn't have got him onto the broad board.
Oh, he would have been half asleep. He would have been like, "Hi."
But he, look, it's just the way they played. I mean, like I said to you, I haven't seen them like this since back. But it's a different team, but they have got everything that's required.
Man, I think my best on ground has to go to just our forwards. I think I'll need to have a look at it again, but I could swear that like Fogarty was just like the amount of times they tried to break his tackle and they're like, wait, what's going on? Oh no, I'm being tackled. It was great.
He just stopped them in their tracks, Fogarty. He's unbelievable.
I think they were shocked.
For a little fella.
I could see that Geelong had the shock value.
Yeah.
It was huge. I don't think they were prepared for that. And I think I'll have a look at. I like to usually check the press conferences, but I think I'll be looking forward to seeing what Mr. Scott has to say.
I am as well. I saw some comments in the chat about what he had said, so I'm going to take a look at it.
All right. Well, I know you got a lot to do, Terry. So I think we'll love you and leave you, and love all of our fans. We love you too.
We're going to watch the replay now.
Yeah, we've already got it on, but I wanted to make sure we came on and
love you, lads.
I'll make
Thanks so much.
Cup of tea, and we'll be watching and then sipping that Kool-Aid. Then instead of Kool-Aid, it's tea. Lots of tea,
boys.
Thanks, Terry. See you, mate.
Bye. All right, Ree.
Hello.
Gotcha.
Yes, finally. Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really, really good. So, yes.
What did you think?
You probably know me because I was with Toby in Adelaide. So,
Yes, I remember. I'm about to get Toby on shortly as well.
yes, he's been waiting patiently as well. So,
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about the Blues tonight?
I reckon they are really, really good. So, I reckon jumping on because I'm a Crow supporter. Well, we probably won't get into the finals, but yeah, I'm just going to jump on the Blues wagon now. So,
Okay.
yeah, for Toby. So, I may come on here now and then, but we'll see how we go. So,
All right.
yeah.
Sounds good. Well, we like having you here and welcome. And we're going to get Toby in shortly and we'll chat to you soon.
Yep, definitely. It's freezing cold in Frankston. So, I'm
Oh,
in
God.
Frankston. So, I'm pretty, So, yeah. And Toby gave me his old Carlton scarf. So, to wear tonight. So, yes, go the Baggers. And I reckon Charlie will kick more for us this year. So,
Hope so.
and
Thanks,
get
Ree.
us in the finals. So,
Absolutely.
all right.
Speak to you soon.
Yep. Speak to you soon. All right. Bye.
Bye. Lucinda.
Hello.
She's arrived.
Am I the only one who actually strategically looked at the first round and thought 50s and 60s was probable? And I basically thought what they've shown us, 30s and 40s, let's be realistic with, just respecting Geelong. But I literally logged 60, so they beat me, little shizzles. But if you want an impressive stat, between Charlie and a certain Harry, they're 50 points between them. So that's very attractive.
Now that you say it, you actually were the only person to even mention the word, the thought of beating them by 50 or more.
Well, it wasn't like I was careful to make it not, arrogant or cocky, more form playing confidence. And it really came down to noticing where our bulk of the behinds were in the first quarter last time. And I was just trying to hypothetically get inside Carlton and even Voss's head. I'm like, okay, they're undefeated back then. They need to apply pressure. Okay, behinds, it doesn't work out, but they might have been a little too frantic and too frenzied. Now they go, well, it doesn't matter which Geelong turns up. They're not going to, not take us seriously this time. We work that out. We just have to be more calmer, which it was really cool. I should have just written a bingo card because I knew TDK would get a goal. I knew that Chincotta would get 1 or 2 for Dan. And then it got a bit ridiculous because I'm like, I bet Owies has a good game. Well, then he, basically said about that. No, it was really strange. Like almost all of the ones that I sensed might have a good game other than our, Coleman's. I was like, nah, this guy. And like, by the time we get to half time, I'm like, okay, now you're just taking the piss. But
was there anything from the game that shocked you? Like pleasantly surprised you that you didn't foresee happening?
Less umpire bullshit. I don't know. No, I don't know, like realistically, because we already know that I have fun with manifesting all the time. But in terms of surprises, I would probably say Cowan getting a goal, even though I believed in him, it actually, being able to happen so well. I mean, I knew Elijah would get off the mark, was a bit pissed for Mitch, but I wasn't exactly surprised because against the Crows, I mean, even our captain kicks a goal and then they get a free, so it's voided. So I'm like, yeah, that would be right. So I guess surprising, it actually wouldn't be us. It might have been Cameron's inaccuracy that might have surprised me a little. So, I mean, the narrative...
There was an interesting comment made earlier around, I think Pommy said it, like, you know what? If Cameron's going to kick 5, so what? Like we're past fearing opposition individuals like that anymore because we've got so many weapons now.
Yeah. I even said during the week, I want the Camerons and even Stewarts to kick 5 each and we still beat them like we do, like with this as an example and a new benchmark. But let's be realistic. The next 9, our average margin winning would probably be 40s to 70s, depending on who we're playing. But I made a comment days out from, I think, Pies and Roos on Dan's premiership thingy-bob, as I want to call it. I think premiership DNA is how he called it. And for a start, he said, can the Swans be stopped? I'm like, well, shouldn't the narrative be, can't Carlton be stopped for a start? But I said it nicer. But I'll bring it up now because it has a good point that's still valid, even with such a, thumping that we just did. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Where are we? Okay, here we go. Paraphrasing, but it is essentially one round at a time, no ahead of ourselves just yet. Great prospects to win 7 out of 10, realistic 9 out of 10. The trick is to treat every opposition as a threat, take no matches for granted, still respect every opponent.
Hang on. You're cutting out completely.
Ooh, uh-oh. Am I okay now?
Talk for a minute.
Because am I normal now or I'm not sure? Because I don't think I've done anything different. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I didn't even want to change from 5G until Wi-Fi in case I got booted out. Because you probably would have noticed tram 1, tram 2, and here we are. But anyway, basically,
let's do it.
Yeah, so paraphrasing is basically treat every opposition as a threat, regardless if they're at the bottom or not. And there's no, bottom side, shit side. And then literally 1 or 2 days later, North versus Collingwood basically solidifies that sentiment. That being said, Carlton's already worked hard enough that it's not pressure to expect 30s and 40s, but I basically looked at the first quarter of last time and said, if we get it on our terms, we can win by 60 plus, but logic says let's aim for 30s and 40s, but I still went, 60, bugger it, why not? And then it worked out this time. But I'm just thinking people are worried about GWS over there. And I'm like, yeah, but we've kept Toby goalless a few times in the last 12 to 24 months. So there is a very realistic prospect that we do go undefeated all the way through to the big victory, but you need to treat it on the day, and you can have a shit day. And at the moment, it's looking like Carlton's shit day is still winning by 40. So it's exciting.
We take that progression and we will run with it because that's all we ever wanted. So, Lucinda, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much for your contribution.
You're welcome.
The hair is just incredible.
Well, it's actually good timing because they're flaming hot. But I'll leave you with one. I'll leave you with one cool symmetry. Kerno's current tally is Kuda / Moyer's number 43 already.
Love it.
Good all right, catch you next week. Bye. Bye.
Monica, what are you doing, mate?
I'm already in bed. I'm in bed. I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm on a high, but I'd probably give us the flag.
It's done. It's a done deal.
What do you think?
I think the Friday the 21st of June 2024 is the day or the night that it all got real.
We solidified it. I think we solidified it tonight. I think after tonight, no matter what the media, no matter what all the old footy commentators want to talk about Carlton, tonight was the night that we proved that we are a premiership team. We can do it. And I think bar the fact that Sydney's sitting at the top of the ladder, I think if we can make top 4 position this year after tonight's game, I think we've got it.
Inshallah.
But you have to think about it like this. If we, there's no way we can't make a second position, right?
Yeah.
If we finish second on the ladder, we get 2 home finals. We meet Sydney at the MCG in the grand final.
Then it's a different story.
But who's the only team that can beat Sydney at the MCG?
Us, Collingwood and Richmond.
Okay, Collingwood, get them out. They've got half a Resi's team. Richmond, get them out. Dusty's going to the Goldie. I don't see any other team doing. I genuinely don't see any other team getting.
I love it.
Sydney
I love how confident this win has gotten us. Like, we are talking about grand final week in June.
Can you believe it?
No, I can't. I'm a bit shocked.
Imagine all the Collingwood supporters watching this right now, because I know there's at least a few out there watching this right now, thinking that it's not going to happen.
I think there's a couple that might be lurking. They're not saying much, but they might be lurking.
Because 100%, because all they can think about is us.
Yeah,
we live rent free in their head.
We do.
But get us to the G in the last day of September against Sydney, who is obviously at this point, they're going to make finals. They're going to finish first. They're too far ahead of us. They're not going to drop any more games. I've looked at the fixture. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible for them to drop a game from here on out.
Okay.
So they get 2 home finals. They will most likely win both of those. We'll get 2 home finals if we finish second. We'll win both of those. And we'll meet Sydney at the G on the last day of September, and Sydney doesn't play at the G until we meet them there in the last day in September, and
It all
Sydney
makes
doesn't
sense.
know how to play at the G.
All right. Well, let's see how it plays out. It all makes sense right now.
Am I being too confident?
Just so confident, way too confident.
Do I have every right to, though?
Yeah, you know what? Live your life, enjoy it. What a win.
63 points.
It was special. It was.
We lost by how much last time? I think it was 13.
Yeah.
2 months ago, 13
goals.
points. Blake
Correct.
Acres got 2 goals in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And Willie
Anyway,
first off.
Let's see how it plays out. Get a good night's sleep.
I will.
Chat soon.
All right. Go Blues.
Go Blues. All right. Let's go. Sean.
Mate, apologies in advance if I give too much energy to this channel, because I know it's pretty late where you are, but it's only 11 a.m. where I am. So, up the fucking bangers! Yeah!
Yes!
You little fucking ripper! Yeah! Sorry, Stephen wanted to have a chat, so thought I'd get him on as well. Anyway, moving right along, mate. Thank you for everything that you do, because although I'm originally from Adelaide and I've lived in Melbourne, I now live in Orlando, and I'll probably be here, if not permanently, then at least semi-permanently. I've been here for 1.5 years now, and if it wasn't for you, I'd be totally disengaged from the club. I'd still watch the games, but that'd be it. And immediately before I found your channel a few years ago, I always thought there's got to be a way in which I can, complain about the umpires, or, say how well the boys have done, or, just talk to people that knew what they were talking about. And when I found your channel, it was like a game changer, and love everything that you do. So I've got to stump up and give you a donation at some point, because I haven't done that. And that's a bit idiotic, because you give me a lot of enjoyment. Just wanted to give you an impersonation of someone today. Let me know if you know who this is. I don't know whether you can see it. Let's.
Oh, yeah. Blake Acres.
No. Wiedering.
Oh, no.
Wiedering.
Oh,
See,
Wiedering.
Harlem
Yeah.
Globetrotter type style.
He was.
Unbelievable. I saw him do that, and I said, he can't possibly get this ball to someone after doing that, can he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So many times today, I looked ahead in my head and said, he couldn't possibly kick the goal after that lead up, after that transition, after that kick. And every time, just bang, bang, bang. It's unbelievable. So good, man.
Some of those kicks under pressure as well. Just, there were so many kicks, so many moments where it was like, what? I think the Zach Williams bullet. That was this far off the ground to Owies.
Yeah.
I was like, where's that been?
That was so good that I thought it was a shank at first. And then I saw the replay, and it was just perfect. Just unbelievable. And he just walks away. He goes, yeah, I do that every day.
Yeah,
no
that's
problem.
me. And that's gonna develop as well for Zach.
Yeah.
That's gonna become more of a feature of what we see from him.
Yep. Absolutely. DeConing smacking his brother and then kicking the goal immediately after. I saw him smack his brother, and I thought, well, that's good enough for me. I'll just rejoice at that. And then he kicks the goal immediately after, and I think that was the first goal of the game, wasn't it? Something like that.
It was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a brother, but I know that if I did, I'd want to smack him in an AFL game. No doubt about it. One question I got for you. I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Charlie's leading the Coleman, obviously. But I think he's having a bad season because he's so good that I actually think he could be doing so much better. And I thought I'd get your thoughts on that.
I actually think he is a better, more well-rounded footballer now than what he has been. I think the goals have been the standout in the previous 2 seasons, and rightly so. I think he's adding a layer. I'm beginning to add this layer of getting his teammates involved, doing the team thing. I'd much rather him kick 67 goals this year and have 20% more goal assists and we win a flag than him kick 81 and we just miss out. He's kicked 2 or more goals in every game this season. But I think we look at him and he's got everything to be the perfect footballer, and he can probably suffer from how good he is at times. So I don't know. I think he's coming along, but I get it. I mean, I think tonight was the night we wanted to see him kick a bag, and he did.
Yeah. It just seems like everything's so hard.
Yeah.
Like he's so good that it happens.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to be that good,
Yeah.
Like you never see him leading up and getting a, easy 30 meters out, that sort of thing. It's so rare.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
what I did like, one other question before I go. Is there any chance we could get the guy, I don't know his name, that writes those songs and comes on here every so often and sings them to you, to write one for every game, gives it to you, and you play it as the sign-off for the review video?
It's not a bad shout. His name is Andy. I haven't seen him tonight, but that's not a bad shout.
He's got some hilarious stuff in his cabinet. I like
Yeah.
it. I
He's
like it.
got some character.
I
Yeah.
showed it to my girlfriend who doesn't know a thing about footy, and even she liked it. So let's get that
Yeah.
happening.
How long have you been in Orlando for?
A year and a half. So I have to get up,
Wow.
really early every game, and sometimes I get my mates on the line to abuse them essentially. I'm in the shed most of the time, so I don't make too much noise, drinking and swearing and everything else. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, mate, I really appreciate you calling up and getting involved, and thanks for the kind words as well. And I'm glad that you still feel a part of the club, even though you're on the other side of the world. That's exactly what this is all about, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks very much, mate. Have
No
a
worries,
good one.
mate. Go Blues.
Go Blues.
Tolls, talk to
Oh
me, mate.
boy, tough act to follow, eh?
Tough act to follow.
What a game! What a game!
What was your summary?
Well, I mean, I started the game. I was working in the bar up on level 4.
Yeah.
And first thing I noticed from the first quarter was, what the fuck is Chincotta doing in the forward line? I still don't know what's going on there. Was like that a position change, or was he just chasing the person who was tagging him there?
What was that? Sorry?
Chincotta got 2 goals and was chilling in the forward line for the first quarter.
Yeah, he makes he makes his opponents have to respect him. It's incredible. He's not. Yeah,
Exactly.
Petra says it. He's not just a tagger. He plays a bit of a tagging role, but he definitely hurts you the other way.
He was. He had a great game. It's he's had a good game when you don't even know who was tagging. It's just, you could tell by omission that from the stats sheet who he was playing on. But yeah, if you have, on the way home, I had a look at the disposals.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the top 10 disposals for the whole game, how many players do you think we had in there?
7?
Yep, bang on.
Really?
7 of the top 10 disposal.
Yeah. Wow.
And we had 6 of the top 8.
Wow. That's wild.
It was a demolition job. I think this is the game that they look back on in the coming years.
The
So this
day
is
that
where
the
it started.
fruit actually arrived.
Absolutely. And so good to finally get the Carlton Respects game. Get a good win on the Carlton Respects game. Boy, they look snazzy in that orange jumper.
It makes it look better, doesn't it?
It makes it pop.
It does. It does.
The orange looks so good.
You know what I think we're ready for next year? You can just
What?
see it. Navy blue Guernsey, orange monogram.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think we're ready for that. I like what they're doing this year. Like the clash strip, we've got the blue shoulders as well. I like that. Better than the fucking sky blue that they had back in the teens. That was awful. But yeah, what a game! Some of the goals in the last quarter were great. The Ollie Hollands goal was good. I said, boy, that looked like State of Origin. Like just handball to the left, handball to the left, handball to the left, straight through the line.
Yeah, they had their they were so well positioned, and in such synergy.
Yeah,
yeah, it was really impressive. Hey, I'm withering away, so I'm going to end it. But thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
And I'll speak to you soon.
I'm always happy to be last. I'm up late.
You're a legend. Thanks so much, mate.
See ya.
See ya. All right, lucky last. And we're going to wrap this thing up. Toby, it has to be you, mate.
Hooray! It has to be me. It has to be me. Me. It has to be me.
Amazing.
Oh, Matt, I am up and about tonight. Go the frickin' baggers, my friend. Oh, God. We were just absolutely Geelong, just like, no, we won't come and play football tonight. We'll just let Carlton run over the top. Why? Thank you, Blues. Oh, mate, I agree with most people tonight, Terry. We have got something special, mate. I don't know what more to say, Matt. I'm far out. If we stay where we are for the next couple of weeks, you better, mate. Lygon Street in September is going to be rocking. Rocking. And Matt, I know I've said this over the last couple of years. I'm going to try my very best this year to come out because I want to be with Carlton people. If we freaking win it, I want Carlton people around me, and I want to meet people like you and like, as I've said before, Tez, because, Matt, this to me is special. This channel is special. And Terry, your interview with, can I just say, Matt, I watched your interview with the 2 girls yesterday. Mate, that was the besties. Yes. Thank you for correcting me. The besties. That was absolutely brilliant, mate. And I must say to you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is one. Mate, respect to women in this country. You have shown that is going to the top, mate. That is what the Carlton Football Club need to see. Because, mate, this channel is doing it. You're doing it. You have done it. You have made so many people so happy, mate. And that, for me, I thought that was brilliant. So congratulations, Matt.
No, I appreciate it, mate. Hey, listen, it's really simple. Footy's for everyone.
Exactly, Matt.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. The game is for everyone to watch and talk about.
Exactly,
So,
Matt.
yeah, no, we're this channel is special. It's special. It's taken a path that I'm pretty surprised that it is in now. But we get to meet. No, we don't just meet people. We actually watch people grow here. Yourself as well. I think a lot of people who watch or watching right now have watched you for a long time, years. Seeing the confidence grow, even the way that you speak, and that's the part that I did not anticipate. So, mate, the praise should be to people like you as well who come on, share your thoughts, and improve and get confident, which is really cool to see.
Thank you, Terry. I really appreciate that, Matt, because I've got a pretty exciting week this week.
What do you got?
And it's something that I'm pretty happy on behalf of my club to go and do.
Yeah.
And it's really hit me in the last couple of days that, a lot of people have made me into the bloke that I am and turning into. And my football club have selected me to sit on a panel on Tuesday night at Marvel Stadium with AFL players, and I am honoured to do that. I am honoured. I feel very, very honoured. I'm emotional, but in my own way, it's reflecting on how hard I've worked
Yeah, mate.
to do stuff like this.
Well, mate,
and I want to.
Congratulations. That's a great opportunity.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, Matt.
So Tuesday night, is that right?
Yep.
And do we know which players are going to be around, or that's a bit of a surprise at the moment?
It's Bontempelli from the Western Bulldogs.
Wow.
So I get to sit with him. Yeah. I have to sit with, and I don't really want to say this because, as some people have said, some Collingwood people might be watching this, and you know me, Terry, I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Is all I'm going to say. I don't want to, upset other clubs.
Enough
and I'm
said.
not one to do that.
I understand. Mate, well, that's awesome. We'll look forward to you reporting back to us next Sunday on the fan cams about how it all goes down.
Yep, I'll be here. But one more thing I've got to say.
What do you got?
Da 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 da. And this smile is not going anywhere. I'm walking around, Terry, and I'm happy to wear this. I think I need another Carlton outfit for the week.
You should go treat yourself, mate.
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah. Good on you. Thanks, Toby.
Thanks, Tez.
See you, mate. Alrighty. And there's your round 15 fan cams. As a marathon, we broke the record from last week, or 2 weeks ago. It is 2:22 a.m. on the 22nd of June, 2024. I'm signing out. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. Thanks to everyone that donated as well. That's super generous. Thanks for your support. Hope you enjoyed it. There's something special about people calling in from all around the world. Like we're talking about this tiny game that very few people in the world know about, but we are attracting people all over the world. They're calling in from Vietnam, Orlando, Who else called in? Oh, Germany. And I love it. And I'm really grateful for it. So just another reiteration of that. The Blues have arrived. It was magical. 63 points. They ended Geelong. Like, it's over. The Geelong reign has ended and the Blues reign is about to begin. And it really feels that way. So we'll recap it all over the weekend. I will wake up whenever I wake up. I'll get my review done. And then that'll be out tomorrow. Almost Blues Brothers on Sunday. And then the ratings. I think the ratings is a 5:30 p.m. job on a Monday. I think that's the move. So we'll go from there. Take care, everyone. The 326 of you that are still watching, you are wild. But so am I, so I get it. Anyway, go Blues. See ya.